Let me unmute. Hey, Pat66, Lord 4th, Maya Morph. Good to see all of you. We're running a couple of minutes behind today. You'll see why. We actually have got a couple of aesthetic enhancements we've made to the stream setup today. Some new borders. We've got new sub emotes. And so we'll have some of those to show here in a second, but we were really going right down to the wire. And yes, new emotes we got new also alerts, but the new alerts aren't going to be up yet today. They'll be up by Tuesday. I just could not get it all. It was all coming hot off the press, and I wasn't able to get to it in time. So we're just doing a little bit more tweaking and a little bit more good. Yes, Federum, thank you. Machik, good to see you.
Oh, I see all the new sub badges.
I know. I wanted to see it.
Your little sub badges.
I got my little blue dragon.
Yes. So you, the longer you're a sub, your sub changes colors. I think. Do we have we probably don't have a command in there where it explains them yet, do we? But we'll get that in there next time.
I can make that.
But yeah. So the longer you have a consecutive sub. Your dragon goes up in color until ultimately, of course, the blue dragon,
which I have,
which is the top sub that you can get. We did contemplate black, but for those of you that use dark backgrounds like I do, the black would be really hard to see. So
night mode for everything.
Exactly, I do too.
Everything. Sitting over here with mine.
Night mode for RPG Scribe.
Day mode.
And
day mode for RPG Scribe.
Hey, Penhead, doing well. Roger, how are you?
Hi,
Vivi. Good to see all of you. And
it's a beautiful day to be a nerd.
Very warm day today.
Oh yeah.
It's not a typical November.
Yeah. I was like, okay.
What is it, like 74 or something? Like crazy.
That's Tennessee.
It was 80
though.
when I
like
left.
it'll get cold
happens.
for like a few weeks, and then in November it's like, okay, you're gonna have summer for a couple weeks.
Now we hit the summer winter.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got to cut your grass one more time.
It's first winter and then
thought
fall
we were
second winter and then second summer part 3.
Well, it's funny because all the trees are orange, but all the leaves are still on. Because they're like, do we need to stay?
Yeah.
Or do we go?
We're not
I'm taking my sister to Natchez Trace tomorrow just to see all the leaves and.
Oh, it's beautiful. Anywhere you go around here.
Right.
thank you for your patience, viewers. We're working through a few last minute things here.
Colors are good, but my parents posted some pictures from New England because that's where they're originally from.
Oh, I would love to go there.
There's no comparison.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like.
I love it up in Maine, like up real far up there.
Yep.
All the leaves are brown and the sky is gray.
Blood Wild, you're in. Where's Blood Steve? He's in.
He's right there in Shingletown.
Shingletown, that's it. Yeah, no, those are all those what oak trees out there that all turn brown.
Global warming.
Stop cutting your grass.
I tried that for a while.
Oh.
Thank you, Machik, for the DM.
We just didn't cut our grass for a while because we were really busy.
Already.
Things were going on, and then our HOA was like, "Hey, you cut that. It's getting a little long."
All right.
Why?
To the wrong person.
Okay, why are you all supporting the DM?
Because he wants to
has 3
survive
witches
on
on his
Tuesday.
It's part of the mad DM strategy to have players on different days cheer against in order to gain and curry favor. Oh, really? All right, Vivi. You saw what I did to Winston last time. Wait till what happens next.
Why?
Wow,
Why Winston?
you're the DM.
I know where to hit him.
He's threatening Winston.
I'm gonna say if they declare war on us, we might have to declare war on them.
Machik.
I'm in both groups, guys.
I think the Cavaliers.
Don't fight yourself.
Let's not be Americans today. Let's come together.
The Cavaliers' guilt over Winston not being properly armored and being called out by Byrne has apparently really affected him, and he is Right
Terry
there.
Bull.
It's terrible.
Steve. Oh my gosh, he's so good. That is terrible.
Don't be peeking at the pictures, Thomas. These are always normally set up.
I'm peeking. One of them was a horrible looking witch that we've already seen. So.
That's right. That's right.
We've seen her before.
Yes.
We're well acquainted now.
Thank you for your patience, viewers. We are almost ready. A little bit of last minute cleanup.
Dang. Pet. Oh, Mystical just took away your new advantage again.
Oh no!
Thank you, Mystical.
Amanda, that is not nice. And
Amanda, your shirt is on the way with an extra little something inside.
yeah, we did. I'm going to message you on Instagram as well, but I'm going to call you out today. I got the Frost Giant.
Ooh, it's nice.
He is like the pictures didn't even do him justice. He is so.
Oh, is that
Okay.
sitting right there? Right.
Yeah. Oh, let's go. We got a hype train going on. I got to be late every week. So that is 3 now.
and Tim.
One, two,
Three.
three.
Yep,
Three for the DM. That
Tim.
is outstanding.
I missed Tim's there.
And we appreciate that very
And
much.
Dean.
There's two disadvantages after that.
You've just been disadvantaged again.
All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and get us kicked off live here before this gets anywhere.
No advantages
so-
for you.
So welcome here, welcome to Blue Box, and thanks for joining us here on a gorgeous Sunday. Wherever you're at, we appreciate you being with us. You're going to notice a few tweaks that we've made today, and we have more tweaks coming. But thank you so much already for all the cheers and the bits, and for getting us on a little hype train here before we've even gotten started. So make sure you let us know if you have any audio issues. It looks to me like
wow.
everything is good. You can see the cam
I
setup.
like the new frames.
Yeah, so you got the new frames with our Blue Box lightning effect going around
That's
them.
really cool.
And we have new sub emotes. And a big shout out to Jay Birchfield 3, also known as Azamir, also known as Ixen the Betrayer, also known as, if you watched our Halloween episodes, he was known as Theridin, the Paladin, the Dwarven Paladin.
Oh, right.
And then also sometimes known as my son, who is literally calling me right now on stream.
We have crit emotes. We have crit emotes.
Yes, we have crit emotes. We have all kinds of cool stuff. So,
I'm so excited.
Jordan, if you're watching, you're going to have to text me. I'm sorry I can't answer right now.
Why is he calling you? You're
All right, so with that said, we're late. We need to jump right into it.
Yes.
And we're going to go through a quick what happened last time. We're going to talk about our sponsors, and then we're going to do our player intros and get right down to business. Proto Woot, yes! Yes, sir! Outstanding!
all right, y'all. You need to give them to the players. So stop what you're doing now, you landlubbers.
We're going up against hags today. Y'all.
Yeah,
This
so
is
we're-
not going to be an easy fight.
So we'll see how all of this shakes out, but I think overall it's looking pretty good. All right, so let's do a quick what happened last
Yes,
time.
I can sum up. All right, so we started off in the tiny hut that Irda had managed to get up before the white joined us outside. He kind of spent the night lurking outside the hut, staring. And then the
Advantage for you guys.
everybody had a time to rest and recover what they needed to recover. A bit of chicanery was committed with Cade's flask of rum.
Always. Oh.
Yes. And so, once that was all laid out, everyone rested. There was a bit of suspicion from Cade to everybody about the rum tampering.
Rum!
Including Shalelu, who is very much non-magical. But once everyone rested, the morning came.
All are guilty.
the tiny hut was dropped, and Irda cast a consecrate spell. Oh, she had finished burying Solomon the night before. She cast consecrate spell on the ground around, knowing that from Alcott's information that the white was in fact undead. And the party proceeded to wail on the white until he was no longer undead. He was dead again, re-dead. And then the party moved back into the cave, because as calmly and collected as they could possibly go, they then they spoke to these hags who Alcott actually discovered had been trying to cast glamours not at everybody else to make themselves look beautiful to everyone else, but to look beautiful to each other. Alcott was trying to practice some diplomacy with these hags to try to solve the issue of the spell that had been cast, on Turtleback Ferry, these rains that were never ending, and the hags seemed amenable to making a deal, as long as they were allowed to leave unharmed. And then the party actually moved back into the main chamber of the cave and had a bit of heated discussion of whether the hag should be allowed to continue taking breaths. Irda was very anti-breathing hags. Alcott was very pro-surviving. And the rest of the party was like, whatever Irda decides. And so it went back and forth. Irda eventually conceded to Alcott's wisdom because she understood the wisdom of his words, though very much not necessarily for it, but she realized it was probably the way to go. And so the group returned, and Alcott, being the speaker for the group with the hags, let them know that the party would be willing to let them leave as long as they left the party alone, ended the spell, and gave the party something else as a possible boon to help them on their way. And so the hags agreed to it. They dumped the pot out that was what seemed to be what was the cause of the spell for the rain spell. And then one of the hags began to reach into her robes or pocket, and as she began to pull it out, Irda sensed motive and massively failed her sense motive check, which led her to declare that the hags seemed to be doing something hostile towards the party, and therefore she declared that to the rest of the group, to which Kay decided to
when in doubt, throw a spear!
And that's where we ended last time.
Okay, outstanding. All right, well, let me catch up on a few things here. First of all, huzzah, thank you so much for the level 1 hype train here at the beginning of the session. That's awesome. Thank you for all the gift subs and the new subs. I gotta recognize two in particular. Machik has now gifted 28 subs in the channel. Jay Birchfield 3 has gifted 27 subs on the channel. And of course, I already mentioned he was responsible for helping me with a lot of the upgrades to the aesthetics. And we're going to have our new alerts up by Tuesday. We're going to skip through our sponsors. We're not going to do our sponsor videos or commercials now. We'll do them at the break because we are running a bit behind. And so we want to get right to things. But thank you to Dragon Crafting Guild. Thank you to Frederica Draws, to Cozy Gamer, to Atris Minis, and then of course to Mantic Games. Their Terrain Crate stuff is still coming. I had communication with them this week. Thanks to all of our sponsors. Quickly, tell us about your character, class, level, and something you would like us to know. Let's start with Eamon. The no-look pass.
Eamon is a level 7 half-orc magus. He is currently shaking his head as he sees a spear fly through the air and wondering how this is all going to end.
Well said. Let's go to Cade.
Oh, huzzah! Yes, I am your lovable pirate of the high seas, Captain Cade Cardinal.
Yar.
Yeah. Oh, I'm repping my ship shirt. Also, I'm a level. Oh, what level am I? Excuse me one moment.
right?
I think I'm a level 10 swashbuckler.
You're level 10. You're level 10.
And I like to throw things, so right now I'm in the midst of throwing a spear. Also, if you're into fitness, I do have my own.
We also, so if you saw a Mako's Revenge on the Flask, this was asked about, so perhaps at some point we'll get a story from Cade on, why he named his ship a Mako's Revenge. All right, let's go to Alcott.
A level 8 wizard, Alcott, human extraordinaire, wizard extraordinaire. Just words on being next to
Very
my
extraordinary.
And the attempt at diplomacy was certainly an attempt at learning some lessons about some stuff, maybe from some backstory stuff. But yeah, definitely trying to be diplomatic, and maybe not happy that it didn't end up going the way he planned.
Yeah, absolutely. And Triple Eight. Where is Solomon or his Solomon? Solomon's head was crushed,
Oh, R.I.P. Rip Solomon.
and the player was similarly crushed by the crushing of his PC. And so we will, I'm sure, see him back here on Blue Box very soon. But he's in therapy right now. So all right, let's go to Irda. I'm just kidding, by the way. This is probably bad humor. Sorry.
Alright, so I am Irda Lienril. I am a level 10 Azamar, and I'm level 8 in Skald and level 2 in Paladin. I am recently a Paladin. I took my oath with Serenay, but it's been about a week now, probably, in game time. And she's just trying to be the best paladin she can be, which means, defeating all the evil things. Which might cloud her judgment a little bit sometimes, but yes.
Outstanding. All right. Well, with that said, we're going to get started, and we're going to cue the lighting and the music. And I don't recall, did we roll initiative last time? We did not. All right.
All right, so I get it.
Right when the spear stuff.
Nothing
Threw
like
a surprise spear.
the best way to the best way to start off a game session is by roll initiative.
Well, I'm
that's
throwing
what
a
we're going to
spear.
do. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But there's no surprise round. There's like still a roll.
I'm
initiative.
surprising them.
Okay.
I
And
mean, they saw us there.
Yeah,
And
Here we go.
I don't know if they weren't prepared for us to maybe
take-
fight
take-
back.
yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, huzzah! Oh, thank you, son.
what a good son.
He loves me.
You make your mama proud.
The witches still there cackling in the air.
Oh.
And we go to initiative. The DM has a 1.
Who has? Oh, am I going?
I don't remember who.
I believe I had it last.
Oh,
but if
okay.
you want to, because you rolled a spear. I mean, is that how it works?
I mean,
I don't know.
I think that would be a good idea. I mean, since Kate
I gotta at least
remember
beat a
that.
1. Well, it jumped up there. 6.
All right. You have initiative.
Oh, yes. Huzzah!
All right. So
Well, I beat a
again.
spear. Is there no surprise on that? Like,
No.
No,
oh.
I mean, we were talking to them,
Oh. Okay.
So
They
you
were ready.
have
They were bad at their job.
right?
you have
I should
here,
have fumbled. Then I
just
wouldn't
so you
kill
can
them.
see.
Oh.
You have
Well,
the
you
3
don't have
hags.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Each of the hags surround the cauldron, of course, which has now actually been turned over.
Yep, jumped up.
There is flame all over.
Does that turn on?
That's cool.
Oh, no way.
Whoops.
We
defeated them.
the mystical cord of flashlight.
Yeah.
And then you also have you have over here Irda, who has her wings, so she should be aloft, correct?
Yes, I would be, because I think I flew back in, but I can't remember.
I don't remember. You might have just been on the
I
ground
think you were
waiting.
walking.
I think
yeah.
I think I was on the ground. But I would fly up.
But
Yeah.
she'll definitely be getting up there.
Well, I thought I was standing behind but
I don't know.
know.
Okay.
I know I was right up on them, unfortunately.
Well, you were playing with the.
She was like
Thanks,
literally
Dad.
about to touch me with dust.
We have Alcott here. We have Shalelu kind of blending in with the wall. And we have Captain Cade Cardinal. And then over here on this side, we have Eamon.
And I should have that new mini next week.
Yeah.
Actually, I wouldn't have had you that far.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm a little
Flanking.
close.
all by himself, trapped behind the wall.
Just really wanted to hug one of the hags, you know.
All right,
better.
we're going to go to Cade first. Cade, you were prepared to react. You're
When in doubt, throw a spear, and that's what I'm doing.
okay.
Oh dear. Oh wait, I didn't want to. Hold on, I didn't want to use an
'Cause
advantage.
it's kinda-
Should I re-roll?
We'll just take the lesser of those two, and we won't use an advantage.
Well, I rolled a 2.
Okay.
Really? You're gonna keep me with that
Well,
2?
yes, and also it's quite fair because you're also not proficient with a spear. You've never practiced with a spear or trained with a spear, so you chuck the spear.
Tried my best.
I know, give it 30 seconds.
It goes
the stream is behind
comically wild. Way over the shoulder,
Good.
clatters against the wall.
But now they're
doing
gonna
no
be
damage.
suspicious.
Now,
I saw something on the wall.
Oh, they'll be
over there.
suspicious. Will they?
now we're gonna go to Eamon.
Crap.
Something on the wall over there. I wanted to get it for you. No.
You have a choice to make here.
Yeah, I know. Actually, I am just going to stay where I am and cast shield on myself.
Okay. All right. Eamon mutters his arcane syllables, and briefly the air in front of his body shimmers with light. We're going to go to Irda.
Alright, so, let's see. Am I on the right character? Yes, I am. Okay, just making sure. Alright, so, which of these hags looks the most scary to me right now?
Oh wow! I mean, there's really no way to answer that. They all look like they have sort of equal stature among themselves. It's really whether you prefer stretched blue skin, blotchy, with hair falling out and boils, or if you prefer pustules and the aforementioned sagging appendages. They're all equally vile.
Alright, so I guess I will just look at the one in front of me. No, you know what, I'm gonna do this round. I know I'm gonna do this round. I'm going to... I need to start my raging song, so for my quick action I'm doing the raging song. So, boop. And so the song starts playing, and everybody who wants to take the bonuses from the raging song can take them. And I, sorry, rage. And as has happened since the beginning, anytime Irda rages, her aura glows more brightly. Before there was the spectral wings, but now that she has wings, she looks really shiny right now. And then once I do that for my quick action, Alright, so, yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to... creatures. Okay, good. Multiple creatures. I like multiple creatures. I'm going to use my glitter dust spell. So she pulls a small amount of mica powder out of her components pouch, and she, because it's a 100 plus 10 feet per level, so it'll be 200 feet I can get them within. I will blow the mica dust toward them and cast glitter dust, which will make it impossible for them to be invisible.
Become invisible, yeah.
And it also, they need to make a will save of, what is it? Sorry, one sec. Will save DC 16. Against being blinded.
Okay.
And actually, can I do that at advantage and increase the DC like we do on Tuesday?
Yeah. Yep.
So that, then I'll increase that to an 18.
All right.
And I'll take the advantage away.
And I am not going to use advantage on these. As you do this, you blow your dust The glitter goes into the air as it cascades down on them. The one on the right here, she covers her eyes. What's in my eyes? What is that? And she seems to be struggling. We're gonna go to Alcott.
Got it. They're all very sparkly now.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, Lord. Okay. Alcott just. Sisters, please. Let us calm ourselves. Please. Erda, there's no need for the fight.
I'm in a
Cade simply made a mistake and thought your intentions might have been a little bit more evil, which isn't.
And I was just trying to scare you.
Not to blame, to be fair, you do evil things. I mean, I'm not telling you any news, am I?
Because if I really wanted to hurt them.
But we don't
hit.
need to fight. We're on the same team, and I put big air quotes around that.
Huzzah!
There's no need for this.
If I wanted to hurt you, that spear would have stuck.
Sure.
Okay, right. So you got like it's 6 seconds, right? You got 6 seconds in combat.
That's what I said.
So you call out this cry. It's really unclear if it's your party that you're appealing to, or the hags,
Yes.
or both. But
Please.
it is a bit, I think, as they would say, like flatulating in a windstorm. The spear is thrown. One of them is blinded. There is chaos. So your voice is drowned out. I will go ahead and I'll make a roll here just for fun.
Do you want my diplomacy modifier?
It's not going to matter that much. I know you're very diplomatic, but they are in the full throes of battle. So there is no stopping
Then
that.
do I have time to do an action?
Yeah, calling out like that is not going to be a full round.
Then I will cast, I believe I prepared it, Mirror Image.
Oh, that's a good one.
Nice.
That's a very good one.
I like that one.
But now you're going to have to get like three more minis.
Yes, I will cast Mirror Image, so I have to roll a certain number of d4. Allow me to remember.
It's
So
every
2
3 level.
d4s,
Yeah.
For your.
and then I add 2 to that. 6, 8 more of me appear around.
Whoa, that's cool.
Max 8, so I rolled max.
Oh, nice.
And they're around me, and they're all holding their staff next to them, exactly like I'm standing.
No, it's just 1d4.
It should be 1d4
plus 1.
You add
3 levels.
yeah.
So 1d4, so it's 2 plus 2, so 4 of me.
Right. That means
I
yes.
apologize.
Yeah. So because 8 would be a super powerful
Crazy.
mage. Yeah. So 4 images sprout up around Alcott, looking identical with his staff and this bemused look on his face. And now we're going to go to Shalelu. Shalelu cries out and she fires her bow twice at the one here that was blinded by Irda's spell. And
We got the spell canceled. Now we can kill him, right?
Yes. They knocked
to.
the pod over, so.
first arrow
They'll be
hits.
killed then.
Second arrow is a nat 1.
Oh, no. So,
But not a fumble. So she hits one
Standing
time.
in front of her.
Shalelu's arrow, thunk,
This is why I don't like
I've been actually
Shillelagh.
shot by
She
her before
sucks.
by accident.
sinks into the sagging flesh
In the back.
of the first hag. All right, and now it is their turn.
Yep.
Okay, so let's see. We got a couple choices here. You see, for the first time since stepping in here, some sign of cooperation between them. This one reaches out and grabs this one's hand. You see the blue flesh meet the purplish and pustuled flesh, and then she reaches over and she grabs the hand of the one who cannot see standing next to her, and they begin to chant in unison.
Oh no!
Not good.
Ah! Don't you have a chance?
Well, none of them are useful.
All right, and as they cry out, they call a powerful spell down, and I'm going to say it's going to be between I don't really think I should randomize this. It would be either Irda, who's clearly glowing with holy power, as blinded, or Cade, who threw the first. Or
I beg of you.
it will be Eamon. And I'm going to roll, not Eamon, I'm sorry, Alcott.
Yeah.
I meant Alcott, not Eamon.
I do a mirror image of it, so.
It is Alcott.
Oh, jeez.
Alcott. As they chant together, there is a
Small.
there is a
major
darkness.
I'll take it.
There is a darkness that kind of swells in the room, and you see it shoots out from their hands as it envelops Alcott in dark energy. Alcott,
Specifically me or all of my enemies?
you specifically.
Do they know which one I am?
You specifically with the nature. Yes, with the nature of what's happening here. So that for like a physical attack, but they also have, unfortunately, true seeing.
Yeah.
So it's so as you feel
makes sense.
this settle on you.
What
Yes.
about the one that's blinded?
Yeah, she
They
can't
didn't
see.
use it on each
But
other.
so what's that? Yeah, they're all
The other one is
they're all channeling power together, and the
Okay.
one in the center
Oh, is the
is the
one,
one
okay.
that's that's why she grabbed the blinded one's hand. So it's not like 3 separate spells. They are. This is a specific
It's a
ability.
group
Yes,
thing.
as if you have a coven of at least 3 of them, they can join together
Good.
if they are of the same kind for even more potent spells.
Mm-hmm.
You feel as this settles over you, the very fiber of your body starts to quiver and shake, and you feel it trying to change and turn. I need you to make a saving throw against Baleful Polymorph. This is going to be a will save DC 18.
Good thing I'm really good at will saves.
Use an advantage.
I'm going to.
Yeah, Penhead, what they just did is essentially what that is. With the coven of them in their lair, they can call upon
21?
more powerful magics. What?
21.
All right.
Huzzah.
Briefly in your mind, you have images flashing through where you had an antenna, and you felt yourself. An image of a cockroach goes through your head. You, through the force of will and your personality, hold on to an image of what you are, and you push away this evil magic, narrowly avoiding the cockroach treatment. We go to initiative.
No Kafka here.
3 for the DM.
Come on.
Last one.
Don't you get like
3 plus 1.
Yeah.
It's 4.
You lose.
All right. We're going to go to Cade again. Cade, what are you going to do?
Well,
Hey, Troll Lord, thanks for joining us.
I am going to. Let me see. They are. Is there any? There's 3 of them, right? And are they close together?
Yeah, they're all within about a 10-foot proximity.
And they poured out whatever's in that thing.
Yeah, so the contents, the stew of the cauldron poured all over the ground. Some of it caught a light also, so there's little patches of flame around. And there are also, body parts. You
I had rum.
You see human limbs, bits of bone, arms, legs, other perhaps even less desirable to be identified pieces of human bodies that poured out of the cauldron.
Well, I can't work with fire. So, but do I know if whatever they poured out, is that slippery, or should I, because I'm trying to decide if I should go and stab them or if I should throw spear.
I can't answer that for you other than to say, you're on stone and there's liquid. It doesn't look like
Well, I have.
You're a pirate.
I'm
You're
a
just
pirate
wet
and I'm
cord.
quite coordinated, so I'm just gonna go after them with me Paquito's sword.
All right, so that's only about 8 feet, so you can definitely close and
Okay.
get your full attack this round.
Remember, you get a plus
yeah,
one to
and
attack.
go ahead and since you are running into that area, before you roll your
What's the
attack,
advantage?
go ahead and roll a
Alright.
d20 for me. And this is, you're rolling here against any slippage on the stone, but this is not a difficult check. So
Yeah.
I can't tell you not to use an advantage, but I'm telling you, you're not running into grease. Okay, so this is just kind of a that make sure you're not fumbling. Type.
5.
A 5.
I make it.
Yeah, as you try, your foot.
I'm so dexterous.
Is it like a reflex save?
Yeah, it's sort of in between a dex check and a reflex save. So I was kind of doing.
I ski on the soup.
No, that would have been a different roll. So you get up there, you see the hag nearest you. She turns.
I take out my sword.
Haggard face, dripping bits of pus. One of her eyes droops in the socket.
I'm gonna use an advantage. You know why? Because I was gifted one, and I'm gonna use it on this hag because she's ugly and I don't like her.
And you get a +1 because of the sword you're using.
Oh man, I got pluses all over. Oh, that's very nice. That is a 30.
That is a hit.
Yeah.
Boom.
Nice.
Do I have another one?
Yeah, roll your second attack.
Yes. I'll just roll one this time. 21.
That just misses.
Oh wait, no, 22.
+1, yeah.
22.
With the sword.
The sword?
With the
Yes.
sword.
Okay, that hits.
Huzzah!
By the way, Troll Lord likes your pirate accent.
Oh, huzzah!
Thank you, Troll Lord Games.
You will be blessed this week. I don't know why I said that. 5, 10,
Okay.
22.
Okay. All right. And your second attack.
That was
Oh, that was
it.
both. Okay. All right.
But I'll roll again.
You dance forward, briefly slipping in the contents of this pot that have been dumped all over the stone. But you, with your swashbuckler's grace, you recover easily. I don't mean the feat, I just mean the natural grace that you have as a swashbuckler. And you thrust Paquito's weapon forward once, twice. The balance feels perfect in your hand. It's almost as though you can feel the spirit of your erstwhile friend aiding you. And you thrust it twice into this hag. Once you cut her right in the ribs. Blood pours out. The second time you catch her right on a pustule on the shoulder. It pops. Yellow splatters all over you. I need you to make a will save.
Remember, go +4.
Pardon me, a fortitude save. Pardon me, a fortitude
I'm
save.
gonna need that.
A fortitude save.
Okay.
It's gonna be a DC 14.
8.
So it's not typically hard, not terribly hard.
Okay, so and I have with my +4, I have 8.
Don't get sick from it.
So what would I need to roll?
6.
I'm horrible at that.
Yeah, 6.
But even with my +8.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you need
Yeah.
deal with
That's what
14,
he's
so it's done 6.
Oh.
6 or higher.
6. Okay. The C's are with me today.
Even though they're not even close.
They're not even close, but they're with me.
Oh, gross.
Arcade Pirate Pimple Popper.
Steve. By the way, if you did not know, you are part of the Mad Chatters when you're on this show, and we have Mad Chattery here, and we appreciate the puns, and you guys add a lot to the show. All right, like if you don't like streams where the DM interacts with viewers, this is not the stream for you. I love our viewers. I love what they bring to the show. All right, you managed. You feel nausea well up in you, but you managed to hold it back. Now we're going to go to Eamon.
I'm going to. I'm assuming I can close and make an attack, full attack.
Yes, you can. You're about that same 8 feet away.
I'm going to close on the nearest tag there. I'm going to use.
Okay, go ahead and roll that same d20 for me first.
Okay.
So you step in, kind of moving around the
8.
flaming. Yeah, you're fine. Okay, you keep sure footing.
And I'm going to use Shocking Grasp and swing my blade at her. And I'm using an advantage. 15 plus.
Yeah, actually, no, I already know. That's because she also is blinded, so she
Okay.
has no dag. Yeah, so that's a
You
hit.
don't even
Okay,
have to.
so that's a hit. And 12 on the melee. And Shocking Grasp.
Good.
That's 13 plus 2 more.
Very good.
22. So a total of 34.
Ooh,
Wow.
quite the blows.
You step forward, and she's, she's slumping from the magical exertion that she just had. She still has Shalalu's arrow stuck in her shoulder, and as you strike her, Tell me what it looks like.
Oh, okay.
As Eamon swings his sword, his hand again hovers. His left hand hovers over his sword, and he comes through right at a shoulder height, catching her in the shoulder, and cuts her arm clean through till it hits her in the chest, and then the shocking grasp.
And then the shocking grasp goes through her body. Electrical energy fires up and down. Her hair smokes. You briefly, see the backs of her eyeballs through the electric shock that hits her body, and she staggers and slumps to the ground. Now we're going to go to Irda.
Alright, so I would like to see if I can move forward. I want to focus on the center hag.
Okay,
If at all possible.
this one? Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right.
Since I'm flying, however close I can get right now, I don't know how far I can get, but I want to try to smite her and then attack.
Yeah, so no, I think that's fine because you've got more distance, but you are in flight.
Yeah.
So you're gonna fly over. We'll let you do the smite as the swift, the flight.
Okay.
You'll get one attack when you get there. All right.
Okay, so as I fly over, she holds her hand out and she draws the line down from the sky and says, "I smite you, you hideous witch." And kind of trying to intentionally insult her to get her attention off of Alcott because she wants the woman to focus on her and not on Alcott.
Okay.
Anything you can give me.
And so like that is why her smite was very specific. And then she's going to do her attack, which I am going to roll at advantage. Oops, that was one too many that I took off there. All right. Well, it's not bad. It's a 22.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Hits. It's like we just learned that hits.
So, yeah.
We'll never presume all
No,
of exactly
all
the
of
same,
them.
but in this
And
case they
because
are.
I smote her,
Yes.
get my on my first attack, right? I get the
Double the base.
base
Uh-huh.
attack. All right. And then I add my charisma to my damage, or is it the
No, you had, you had
paladin
your,
level?
You had your paladin level to your damage. You had your charisma to your attack bonus.
Okay. So then it's I double the die, right?
Right.
So that's an 8 plus 6 is 14 plus my paladin levels, which is 2 is 16 points.
16. All right. Yeah. So you hack down from above. She holds up one bony arm. Your axe bites into it deeply, almost severing it.
Sword still. Axe
Sword
is in Magnum
I keep forgetting you don't have your axe with you. I keep looking at your mini, which has got the axe.
Yeah.
And I'm,
Yes. Well, it's going to because
We'll get back there soon.
I want to go back to Magnum. I just want my axe back.
So yeah, you bite down into the flesh of her arm. She lets out a cry. Now we're going to go to Alcott.
All right. Well, I guess I'll do the one thing that I'm here for. I will hold the back of my staff with one hand and put out the 4 fingers, and then stamp it on the ground, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, cast out 4 magic missiles from the top of it.
Oh.
Forward.
Very nice.
sounds
Very
fun.
nice. All right, roll your damage. Which one are you hitting?
I'm sending 3 at the one Cade attacked, and 1 at the one Irda just attacked.
Okay.
So,
He's trying to take the
okay,
kill.
that's 5,
There's your magic missile
10.
effect.
12 to the one Cade attacked,
Okay.
and 5 to the one Irda attacked.
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
Almost max damage.
Yeah.
Yes, fantastic. The missiles fly 2 and 2, just sort of arcs. They go around the obstacles, strike home into the 2 hags. Their flesh sizzles as each of them hits. And in case you missed it, here was your magic missile sound effect again as they go and strike and hit.
Maybe.
If
Maybe.
it wants to go.
We go. Let's try again. What's that?
If it wants to play.
It just did a second
I
ago.
know
I
it
had
did.
it.
It's fighting me now. We'll give one more chance and we're going to move
The
on.
hags are messing with his buttons.
All right.
So back up.
Yeah. All right. So, Shalelu.
Oh, do
She
something.
You know what, Cade? She's about to point her arrows at you.
Trust me, I've had one in the back. You're going to want that to happen.
There was your effect. 10 minutes later. Her first arrow aimed at this hag. She's being careful because she is firing into some traffic here. She could hit Eamon. Irda is now actually, I'm going to bring her down sort of more at level because she's in combat
Still hovering.
range,
Yeah,
hovering. But
I can give you a die if
yeah,
that
put a die on her just to get her a little off the ground. There we go.
Use my cozy gamer dice. D6.
So that arrow misses. The second arrow hits.
What do you know?
Barely glancing off the shoulder of one of the two remaining hags. It is their turn now. All right, so both of these witches, they look enraged, but you also see now the first signs of fear in their eyes.
And my AC for her is a 27.
Right. She holds up her hand where you have been hacking at her, and I'm going to. We've got another magic missile there. I'm going to make a concentration check. She is okay. She casts up her good hand towards you, and you see a bolt of lightning jolt from it.
All right,
so you need to make a reflex save.
Well, I'm resistant to lightning damage.
You're resistant to lightning damage. That's right,
As
you
an
are.
ASMR, yeah.
Okay, so.
Cold, lightning, and acid.
Right. So the lightning bolt streaks out of her hand.
Bring it on.
You see it as it strikes you, and the electricity just dissipates off. Kind of, it cascades across and then over your wings. And just illuminates you, limbing you in light, and then vanishes. Her eyes go wide. No!
Do I feel slightly more invigorated?
You did.
Made her shiny.
I was gonna say, for a anachronism, that's like, now that I have the lightning bolt wand, I'm like, oh, it's like Iron Man. I can Thor her. I know that she's good to go.
That is not how it works. All right. Now we're going to go to the lone remaining hag, who she's trying to disengage and stagger back, but as she does so, she looks at Cade.
Oh.
Help me, pretty. I need you to
that's
make
not good.
a will save.
+4?
DC.
I am immune
No.
to ugly witches.
Don't forget. +4 from
So-
my rage.
She's so ugly, I'm immune.
No, I like that's so. We always like to talk about possible T-shirts here. If you missed it, because she said, "I am immune to ugly wenches." I think that would look great on a T-shirt. Thank you, Ancient Gamer, very much, sir.
Huzzah from our neighbor upstairs.
3 subs. Congrats to Trista Cock and Spot.
And an advantage for
Proto
you.
gave
40
you
man.
advantage.
Oh, huzzah, Proto. More rum coming your way, sir.
All right, roll.
Oh, what am I rolling?
18 and 18.
For what?
Will.
It's a will save. 18 will save.
Plus my
Can I use-
+4 from me. Oh yeah, your daring do, I think is what it's
No,
called.
it's called. Why do I always forget what it's called?
Charmed life?
No, Charmed Life.
Yeah.
But what
Immediate
does it
action,
do?
you can add your charisma modifier to the result of
Charisma.
the saving throw.
Okay.
So what is your charisma modifier?
I'm getting there.
So you're gonna
There's so much going on.
And you'll get, I think you got a +2, I think.
She
You have
should
a-
have a +3 at level
No,
10.
where's my charisma?
On
Oh.
her will
Plus
save.
3.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm
Then
talking about
plus
her
4
charisma.
from you.
+4 from my rage.
Yeah,
if
so
you
3
just
is your
do-
base.
And then will?
4 is the rage. No. Your charisma. What's your charisma modifier?
Yeah, 3.
3. Okay, so it's 3 for your base, 3 for your charisma, 4 for the spell
So-
effect. So you have a total
So
of 10. So
10?
you need an 8 or higher.
And I won't. I won't be done in by a hag.
Immune.
So I'm gonna use an advantage.
Good
Ugly
idea.
wenches. You got it.
Immunity to ugly witches. Here we go. I got it. I'm good to go, people.
It's because he hasn't been drinking.
You feel the
Clear mind.
tendrils on your mind, and you're able to shake them off. We go to initiative now.
Okay, that's you.
Oh, that's me.
And the DM has a 6.
Oh no!
But if you roll a 6,
You win.
you win because the plus
That's
1
right.
Come on.
plus Ruffler's initiative.
Oh dear.
Instead of 1?
Hey! Failed!
Roll 2.
Miserably failed.
All right, they have initiative.
Rats.
We're going to do a bit of a morale check here. They are getting really... you see them kind of dart their heads around, but it's... You can almost see this calculation, though they don't speak the words. They can't run this way,
Right.
you know, where you are. They look over their shoulder to this corridor, and they won't run that way.
Yeah.
Oh.
They
Yeah.
they
Where
are
the bad guy is.
now they fight.
Tyrants.
They fight as trapped. This one, as she staggers back, she looks up at you and she throws her hand at you. This time,
Okay.
you see a sickly green ray come out. I need you to make a will save
Will save.
DC 18.
Well, it's my will is a plus 19 right now, so do you?
Yeah, so roll. Yeah.
15.
Ones always fail.
15.
Okay. The green ray dissipates across you, doing nothing. This one, Cade, looks at you,
Oh no.
and she throws out her hands. Her fingers shoot lightning, so the same lightning you saw used on Irda is now being used on you. Need you to make
Oh no, I am not immune to lightning.
Jeez.
a reflex
vulnerable.
save DC 18.
I need rum. Somebody turn it back.
As a pirate human, probably particularly
Yeah.
vulnerable to lightning.
Just naturally.
All the time.
I guess I'll use another advantage.
Salt water makes it even worse.
And holding rapier and.
These advantages are going fast, folks.
Stop begging the
Oh, look
player.
at a 20.
Okay.
Oh, does that make me shoot it back to them?
No.
Oh.
Catch it on your sword.
I'm my sword. Oh, what about my sword?
Hey,
Wait a minute, I hold up my sword. And it shoots back.
no.
No.
No,
Man,
but it
that would be
doesn't.
cool. Come
That would be cool.
on. It would be good.
It's unfortunately
Good.
not what happens.
Not how it works.
All right. It is your attack. We're going to go to you first, Irda.
Alright, so 2 attacks with the sword on the in front of
The
me.
power of your holy smite. There is no
Yes.
cackling coming from these hags now.
Advantage on the first one. Ooh, that's good. That's 30. That's a 30. And
Okay.
then on my second attack, I'm going to use Vital Strike and do the full attack bonus.
Nice, ancient gamer.
Oh yeah, that's a
Okay. Yep, roll damage on both hits. So you thrust forward with your wings, still little vestiges of electricity arcing across them, and you swing your blade twice. The hag holds up her bloody arm, trying to fend you off. Fear before her, fear behind her, no place to go.
Hold on. So I deal double damage. Yeah, double damage for Vital Strike. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Trying to keep everybody straight. Okay, so then. Okay. Okay, so on the first attack was 11 points. And then on the Vital Strike. Ooh, 16 points.
Okay, yeah, tell me what it looks like.
Yes, alright, so this foul, evil creature stands before me, and I'm really mad that children died because she helped flood this village and killed lots of other people too. And so I kind of look her dead in the eye, and I go, "This is what I do to evil," and I swing the sword and just lop her head off.
Her head, her eyes wide, her face a mask of fear. You sever her head, it lolls off and rolls to the corner. We go to Cade.
She must die. I take out my sword. And I'm going to use another advantage. Okay. Oh, come on. I already rolled a 20 and that really bothers me. Come on. Don't fail me now. Oh my gosh. I got it. At 31. That's a hit.
That is a hit. Okay, roll your second attack.
Okay.
Go, Kate, go.
Come on.
Go, Kate, go.
Come on. I want a crit. Crapola. That's not even close. 15.
Nope. So 1 hit. Roll your damage, please. Thank you so much, everybody, for all the cheers and the fantastic
10.
chat. 10. You slice her. She staggers back, barely breathing. She falls on the ground. Spare me! Spare me! We're going to go to Eamon. What are you doing, Eamon?
Man, I was just so close to...
Is it even possible to get over to her? I mean, there's a lot of stuff in the way. So
No, I mean, like, you could, yes, you can run that way. You won't get a full round of attacks.
Yeah, that's fine. Then I'll just come around the fire and behind Cade as far as possible.
Okay,
over
so we're going to
towards
go
her.
10, 20,
So many bodies on the ground at this
30,
point.
yeah, and you're being a little bit cautious. So yeah, you're able to get around that far. And now we're going to go to Alcott.
I shout over to her. I'll spare you if you give me one piece of knowledge. What do you know? Secrets, I'm told. Quickly. Speak or you die.
Okay, well, this is simultaneous action. So Shalalu's arrows are being let loose as well.
Oh, well, I'm also going to cast Resilience Sphere to try and protect her for the duration, because at the very least we can just kill her afterwards.
Right. So the spell cast would go after the regular attacks and the arrows. So her arrows will still go out.
All right.
Because she's literally like she's loosing them even as you're talking and casting.
Oh no, what'd you do?
And that 20.
Oh, are you kidding me?
I wanted to know things! Did she roll on the table?
What's that?
Did she succeed?
She successfully critted.
Yeah.
Yes, you're very
of course. It's only the second crit I think she's ever had.
What? Because Shalalu got a kill, you're upset? Oh yeah, we gotta.
I almost offed her. If I had me rum, I would have killed.
It is a crit.
I blame whoever turned me rum into water. If I would have had me rum, I could have raged and killed that wench. But Shalalu gets the glory.
You are raging. I gave you some rage.
Yeah, her song.
It's not like the rum of rage.
I'll read you.
Or rage of
I'll read you these rum of rage. If you haven't seen these yet, these are the Tim's Ever Mysterious crit tables. They are wicked. They are much like the Middle Earth role-playing crit tables from Rollmaster that I used for decades. But they have even more detail, even more gruesomeness to them. And we're actually working, we're putting a logo together for this, and then Tim is actually working on some conversions to make them more easily converted to D&D, because they have actually some D100 based system stats in them. But I'll read you the description of what happens. Even as you're calling out, you see Shalalu cries out and she fires 2 arrows. One clatters off the wall, the other one the shot enters right through the opponent's cheek near the nose, drives into the nasal cavity, crumpling the thin walls in the nearby sinus. Also, so there's an effect of bone fragments, blood fills the mouth and nose. There is base damage, there is stunning damage, but with where this was in hit points, it doesn't matter. You see Shalalu's arrow thunk right up into the nasal socket of the creature. Blood burbles out of the witch's mouth and of her nose, and she slumps over silently.
I almost off that wench. Don't take any glory. She's like killing a corpse.
Shalalu, Cade, what is your problem? We are in this together. You're acting like a fool.
Somebody messed with me rum. I take another swig of my flask, hoping it's rum again.
I want to walk up to Cade and grab the flask before he can do that.
As you're getting ready to take, Alcott is just a few steps away. Alcott, let me get these guys dead
actually,
and
take
move
my-
you over there. Yeah, Alcott sprints over toward Cade, 2 quick steps, and tries to grab your arm.
We're gonna make
Well, he better make a saving grab on that.
Save and grab?
What do
All right, please consult your saving grab tables. No, so you're going to roll a...
Maybe a dex check?
Let me change the lighting just to not give too much fatigue on our viewers' eyes. So you're going to make a... let's just do a... Make it a roll to hit, so just roll your base attack bonus. And we'll call this like a finesse style attack. So you're going to add your dex instead of your strength to this.
All right. So 16.
He chose poorly.
He chose poorly.
Cade, you see this coming. You see him running over.
Yeah,
and
right,
grabbing your
I
arm.
do.
So
And you just got 2 advantages as well.
Yeah.
From the sun.
Thank you.
He reaches out, but you've admired some of the arcane power that he has shown, but your speedy reflexes, especially when not overly encumbered by excess rum, which they're not right now, you are easily snatched the flask away.
Back, you magical little landlubber, you!
What are you doing? Why did you throw that spear? We did not have to kill them.
Why? Because she was grabbing something in her pockets.
To do what she said she would do. To grant a boon. To assist us in killing whatever is beyond.
Well, you know what? I don't think clearly when this is not rum. And when I don't have me rum, me senses go all bonkers!
While this is going on, I'm going to
Loot
go and
bodies.
loot the bodies.
Oh!
All right, so
So I take a swig of my rum.
all right.
Hoping and praying.
As you take a swig of your rum, it's rum.
Hansa! It is?
Yeah.
Hansa! When did that happen?
Since the last time you took a swig of it.
Oh, well.
Somewhere in there.
Praise be the rains that are falling down on me today!
There's no rain. We stopped the rain.
The good rains of rum.
Eamon, you find these creatures, they don't have much on them. These were not aggregators of wealth. You do find various oddments, strange looking bits of tendon tucked inside of pouches, and dried eyeballs, and dried something else that you would hasten to want to avoid identifying. Shriveled bits and pieces, strange smelling concoctions in clay vials. You do find on the one that had staggered up against this wall here that she is clutching in her right hand a small figurine.
And
Yeah, you-
pick it up
you-
and take a closer look at
Yeah,
it.
as you pick it up and you look at it, you see it looks like it's an ebony, maybe obsidian or something, some kind of stone, a dark stone that is carved into an exquisitely detailed hawk.
Okay.
Throw it really hard on the ground.
I'll throw it!
Okay. I'll put that away.
All right, you
I drink and I throw things.
I drink and I throw things.
Good, because it rhymes. I love that.
You no need to roll a d20. All of you at the same time, you hear some sort of
A lot of noise.
Combat's noisy?
A lot of noise we did, huh?
Me? Loud?
okay.
Never.
Cade?
You hear a rumbling.
Oh, rumbles are never good.
Not exactly like this, but it's stone on stone, but it's getting louder. You hear a rumbling getting louder and louder.
That doesn't sound good.
No.
What should we do?
All right,
Run.
everybody roll initiative for me. You lost last time, so we're going to go to...
Oh, yeah, I did.
Yes, let's go to you. And DM has a 5.
I have a 1.
You are the first one to notice as the sound gets louder and louder, a huge boulder fires out of this corridor, rolling quickly, about 12 by 12 feet.
That doesn't sound good.
No.
Not at all.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun.
As it careens forward, I need immediate decisions on what you're doing. We're going to start with you, Alcott. You are closest to the path. You and Kate are very close to the path.
How heavy would I think it is?
Stupidly? Yeah, this is a monstrous. I mean, think of a stone that would roughly fill this room.
Who is in its path?
It's right now. It's coming straight. So imagine it coming straight down the chute here. So it's firing. It might clip Cade. It's certainly you. Maybe clip Eamon, and then Shalelu ultimately would be like directly in the path at the back of the room.
Oh no!
See, how long has it been since we started the fight with the hags? I mean, has it? I only asked because
it was not long. I mean, it's what 5 rounds of combat, and then maybe at most a minute and a half.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I only asked because I had done the shield, and that lasts for 7 minutes.
Right.
So.
Right. So
I'm just gonna try and jump out of the way. I mean,
all right.
I don't really know what special
Alcott
I can do.
turns. He dives to the side. Alcott, go ahead and make a reflex save for me. This is not a particularly difficult one, as you saw it coming. We're just looking for something that's not too terribly bad here. So we're going to call this a reflex save DC 8.
Good thing I rolled a 9.
Okay. You hear the boulder careen past you as it crashes through. The fire crushes it. Sparks go everywhere.
Can I do something?
Yeah, what?
Can I try to do something?
Yeah. Go ahead. We're going to get to those who were closest, though. Cade, what are you going to do?
Oh, I use Frostbreaker's Grace, and I jump and roll out of the way.
All right, roll a d20 for me, please.
What do I need to roll?
You are a little bit further away, so this could be a DC 6 for you.
I'll roll 1. Should be no problem.
Yes, easy.
Oh my gosh.
Is that a 1?
So,
Cade!
Cade!
please, I need my legs!
Cade.
I'm already missing an arm, you fool!
Yeah, but you can put a peg on the leg.
Cade, in your...
Why did you roll a 1?
Let me re-roll, please! Somebody save me legs!
No, you realize, like... This is like such famous last words. The bravado.
You know what?
This is
You know whose place those are.
this is easy. I'm not even going to use advantage, and you nat won the roll.
Do I have to confirm that?
No, you don't. It's a reflex save. It's not a fumble. All right, so as you kind of nonchalantly. Rum in one hand.
Is the soup on the floor?
Nothing
in the other.
Nothing in the other. You kind of spin on your heel, and you'd kind of forgotten about all that slop that was on the ground. You step on a particularly squishy bit. Some piece of human organ, which when squished becomes quite slippery, goes beneath your foot. The boulder slams into your shoulder, catches you with tremendous force. So I'm going to give you damage.
Oh, lovely.
And then I'm also going to have you make another saving throw to see if we have any permanent effects.
Which you will see.
I'll use that thing I do.
That thing you do? What thing?
Charmed life. I get it 5 times per day.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Go ahead and roll, please.
Organs.
Go ahead and roll, please.
Okay, what do I roll? 20?
Yes.
I'm using advantage. I don't know what I got.
You see
Too
this,
full of myself last
it's
time.
almost like this happens in front of you. You see just this nonchalance on Cade's face as he spins around with his rum flask in one hand, almost a jaunty look on his face.
That's about how I would do it,
He
too.
slips on something and the boulder just, doesn't catch him full straight on. He was
Yeah.
on the periphery of it.
Yeah.
Thank you for the sub, Wiley. But it crushes into his shoulder. You see
Raid.
slams
Thanks
in.
for the raid, guys.
Oh, thank you for the raid, Wiley.
Huzzah! Now you'll see me get smushed by our boulder.
All right, so roll again. All right.
18.
All right, so
that.
you don't have your shoulder crushed in the socket.
That's good.
But you do take 44 points of
my.
damage. You see Cade hurled,
Buster
slams into the wall here and slides down with a sickening crunch. His rum flask scatters across the
Whoa,
floor
wait, what?
and starts leaking
No!
on the stones.
I get it! I stand up! I get it! I noticed this!
One thing. Don't mess with me,
I
Rob.
appreciate the fact that right before Kay got hit with a boulder, he had just taken his first drink of rum for the
Yeah, he finally had his rum back. That's the cruel fate.
Maybe a message being spoken there.
No message, sir! No message!
All right.
It hadn't hit my system yet!
Irda, what are you doing?
I want to try to pull Shalelu out of the way if I can.
All right, you
Because I can
thrust
maybe use
forward
my
with your
wings
wings.
to kind of push us back.
So that's all happening
Pass turn.
simultaneous. I'm gonna have you. I'm gonna have you make a reflex save.
Okay,
and
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
roll at advantage because I know that if I don't, it's probably not going to end well. I'm not the most dexy.
Whiskey in the rocks.
Okay, that's fine. It's a 22.
a 22.
That would have been real bad.
Eamon, as you spin around, go ahead and make your save for him. Oh, you already did. Yes, you're fine.
Nope,
So no, you
I
didn't. Oh yeah, okay.
I
Go ahead and make your save.
8.
Boy, we're rolling horrible today!
you barely step out of the way.
Yeah, plus
Somebody
eight.
cursed our dice!
You see this.
Yeah.
You see this incredibly heroic moment as Irda leaps forward, her Azamar wings aloft. She snatches Shalelu, who looks shocked, right off this rock ledge and just out of the way of the boulder. You see the boulder crashes in to the oddly shaped wall here with that little piece that
But somebody's
sticks
behind
out,
that boulder.
and it redirects, and you realize.
Oh.
Oh, he was testing a thing.
Not badly
It
timed.
looks awful.
And you realize
Like, what happened?
in slow motion you see what's happening. The boulder rolls as though intended to and blocks this
No!
out.
Oh no! That's terrible! That
You
is
are
terrible.
Yeah.
again
Oh
now
no.
alone, except you hear
Oh no.
I can fix this. I can fix
Okay,
this.
okay.
rumbling.
Okay. I want
I
to.
need me rum. I crawl to me
I'm
rum.
gonna give a quick look to Shalelu, make sure she's okay, and then I'm gonna fly over to Cade and heal him.
All right, Shalelu, she just looks at you with eyes wide in both fear and thanks, and then you fly over to
Okay,
Cade.
cure serious wounds for Cade because
Huzzah!
I saw him get smacked with a boulder.
Beautiful angel!
So we have a giveaway today. We're going to launch that here in
Okay.
just a second before we go to our one and
Ooh,
only break.
yes.
Our giveaway today is going to be a beautiful blue box hoodie. If you haven't seen these hoodies, they come in black. They've got the logo on them. They are great for fall and winter. If you're a
32
previous winner
points of healing.
that has
Ooh,
already
huzzah.
won, so 32 points. So divine healing once again. The touch of Cade. You are
The beautiful angel of mercy.
you are shaken though, like the wind was knocked out of you. You saw stars. That was the most devastating single impact you've ever taken.
Best buy me rum.
You see its contents spilling
No,
onto the
I
stone.
quickly get it.
All right, so you stagger up almost before her spell is
I
finished.
rush over to it, I slide on the floor, and I pick it up.
And Irda sees Kate scrabbling for the flask and just kind of shakes her head. Like,
You get there, and you pick it up, and you see the bag is split, and what remains, the rum, is draining out of the bottom.
I drink as much as I can.
Shotgun.
Yes, I shotgun it.
You squeeze. There's perhaps a couple of shot glasses that remain.
I just keep squeezing,
You get the last of the next.
and then I fall to my knees. No.
Quiet.
As I was saying, if you already have a blue box hoodie, then we're going to give you alternatives for one of our gorgeous blue box mugs. These things are super cool, these coffee mugs. And if you have both of those, then I have a special gift for you. Because that means you're a regular viewer, and we'll do something extra special for you. All right, so what are you doing, Alcott?
I mean, what much can I do? I will go over to that entrance and kind of peer around. Oh wait, I don't have dark vision, so that's entirely useless. I will walk over to the group of people over there in the corner and try and motion for people to come over with me to the other side, silently, like motioning to Cade and Irda, like, come over. Oh wait, are you over here?
I'm
Yes,
here.
she's right here. Yeah.
Okay, I thought that you had saved. I was actually going over.
I got
to
the
Damon
I got the
She
Shillelagh,
dropped
and then I
Shillelagh and she
immediately
flew
flew
back
to
over to
I
Kate.
want to
Kate
go
to
over to
heal him.
Shillelagh and Eamon is what I meant.
Okay.
I want to kind of get into the corner with everybody.
All right.
Because I came to help Cade.
All right, Cade is wringing the last few droplets of rum from his torn flask. What are you doing?
I'm just. And then you said you motioned to everyone.
Yeah, to come
okay, so
over.
I'll go towards him then.
All right, so you're all over in this corner now, with the exception of Cade, who still stands over there, nuzzling the remaining pieces of his flask. All else is silent. The distant rumbling laughter has subsided, and you just feel a sense of apprehension.
No more distant rumbling.
Stopped.
I like have my hand ready with a component, like waiting to cast something, but then I kind of put it back away.
Alright.
That was big. What can move a boulder that size?
Science, I would imagine.
Yeah. So that's probably a borrow.
I'm gonna pull
Or-
the hawk back out, and I want to do detect magic on it to see if there's anything there. I unfortunately cannot identify.
I got you tomorrow.
So
Not today.
Not today.
you concentrate for a moment. There's definitely a magical aura coming from this little talisman.
I'll relay that to the group. I found this on one of these hags, and it's definitely something magical. I don't know if it was what they appeared to be saying would help us, but this is about all I know is that it's magical.
Have I seen anything like this before in my studies?
Go ahead and roll a knowledge arcana for me. I know that's your best.
I could
His
do the same
specialty.
thing
I'm
too.
gonna do that with advantage.
And in fact, I'll roll with you for you with advantage. I'll roll. Give me your bonus.
Plus 15.
Plus 15.
It's a good number.
I'm a good, smart boy.
So far.
You've not seen anything specifically like it, but even as you look, you can see just the detail in this. This doesn't look like the work of an artisan unless it was some sort of someone beyond mastercraft. It is so finely detailed. It is so realistic and lifelike in its rendering. It's clear to you that it has some magical ability, and you would presume that it has to do either with the abilities of a hawk or something captured in the ability of a hawk, or something to do with that is pretty obvious.
Definitely hold on to it. I'll identify it tomorrow. It could be useful, but we don't know how to activate it, so keep it safe.
I will.
All right. Well,
Though in theory I could identify it now, but we would need an hour. And I don't feel safe.
whatever through that boulder is probably not going to give you an hour to cast your spell anyway.
And I don't hear movement, but I would imagine not far behind the boulder.
Yes.
You hear the voice rumble down the corridor. Come on, little puny humans, or I keep throwing rocks in the room.
Did he call us puny?
I'm not even
Diplomacy
human. I
effective.
mean,
He did, but I don't think we have much of a choice.
yes.
Are we gonna be diplomatic? Or go in and...
As long as he does not keep throwing rocks at us, I can very, very much try to be diplomatic.
Well,
I have no rum.
we know.
Stop crying over your rum. We've got more important things right now.
Don't cry over
Rum.
spilt rum.
Gives me strength.
I don't care.
No, I give you strength.
I...
Shalelu, she just shakes her head. I don't see what choice we have.
Yes. Agree.
We
What?
appear to be stuck.
Oops. Yes. Our path is definitely closed off for now, so forward it is. So I will take the lead. I'm keeping the wings out. I will take the lead. And since I also have dark vision, and I'll just start heading toward the door. Anyone else can follow?
I will follow.
You move down the corridor. The light from the flames that were still licking the floor in the room where the fire had been disrupted by the boulder careening through grow distant, and the corridor at first is dark and it's long. You see, even in this dim light, there is scoring on the walls where that boulder has passed through before. You notice, though, as you're traveling on, that there's a light ahead. There is dim light filtering in, and oddly enough, it looks like daylight, not torchlight.
All right. Curious.
Indeed.
Well,
Head with caution?
yes, always.
All right. You continue down the corridor. As you get further and further down, you feel the air growing more and more chill. You know, actually are detecting the feeling of wind coming down the corridor from, you definitely realize now this is opening up into something outside. And you smell something fetid. You hear in the distance the occasional rumble of deep footsteps. You doing anything else as you get closer?
Just-
I'll say as we get closer, perhaps if we have enough room, we should spread out when we get enough space.
I would rather
Very
the
wise.
squishy one stay behind me, though. Just
It is their choice, but
I'll scoot up in the group. Get right up behind.
as a group, you may draw more attention for more rocks,
yes, but
boulders.
spreading out is good. I just want to make sure that he is.
Right now we're
shield.
pretty much stuck in a line though, right?
No, it's a wide, you can go 2, 3 abreast if you want. This is a wide corridor.
Yeah. Let's spread out to the walls.
A big boulder went through it.
If we spread out to the walls, at least we have a better chance of maybe finding
Possible.
a crevice to get into.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
unlikely, but possible.
It would have to been very strong to get the boulder all the way down this hallway.
Incredibly.
Impressive bit of strength.
And frightening.
Oh, good.
Alright. Let's press on.
All right, as you press on, you get to the end of the corridor, and as your eyes look out, your breath is taken away, not just by the chill that frosts the air and makes every breath bitingly painful, but by what you see, which you'll find out after the break. All right, so we're gonna go to break now. We're gonna kick away our give off. Thank you so much. Give off away, whatever. Thank you so much to all of our followers and all the chat today. It has been fantastic. And so let's give a round of applause to our viewers, our mad chatters,
Thanks so much, chatters.
and really liking all of the cool new effects and emotes. Let us know what you think, though, of the borders and whatnot that we've implemented today. I like the lightning effect, but I was wondering if they look a little too modern, almost like sci-fi versus fantasy. But no one else seems to agree with me on that. So
I like them.
yes, yeah. Make sure you have your notifications on. Thank you very much. All right, so we're gonna get ready for the giveaway. And when you kick off the Nightbot here, and as we get ready for break, any questions from any of the players?
How are you feeling? Having a good day?
Oh, okay.
No? Okay.
Oh, hey, thank you very much, Mixmaster Nut.
Missed the question completely.
Mixmaster Nut?
Yes, Mixmaster Nut. Talk about the effects. So I'm glad you like that. And with a name like Mixmaster, I figure you would like the sound effects. The rippling blue fire would have been cool. Okay. Loving the borders, mystical. Thank you very much.
The players do.
Ancient Gamer, the players are fine. The DM though, he's pretty low right now, and
I have 10 advantages. How many does everyone else have?
Cade was burning through them.
Yeah.
I'm at 10 as well.
Okay, so we have 10.
18.
Oh,
18.
18 for Eamon and Cade.
Oh, that's
Well, see, I only get one attack.
I have 18.
So
Oh, right. 'Cause you're...
Yes.
There's no way.
Yes.
Kate is like the
You
one that
burned
gives
through like
advantages
10
the
in
most.
that
No,
one
I didn't.
combat.
Not 10.
But
5. And then I kept getting. I would
she
get.
was given quite a few too.
There was a 1-for-1 trade a couple
Yes.
times,
Pretty
so...
Jordan gave me 2 mid battle.
And Proto gave you 1 as well.
Yeah.
All right,
I got
type
3 during battle.
exclamation point
Thanks, guys.
giveaway! Exclamation point giveaway. To be entered in our giveaway, we'll be doing that. We'll have probably. Let's see, what time are we at now? Yeah, so we'll probably have another hour or so.
That's a good question.
I might need to turn that alert down at some point.
Scaring us.
Like, what's coming?
All right, so type exclamation point giveaway. I see people popping in there already, and we will be right
Did
back.
you see Magic's question?
Yeah, so I'm not sure what they used. Jay Birchfield 3 might be able to tell us. He worked with the artists that helped create those for us. Thank you, Ancient Gamer! The DM definitely has the fewest of anybody here, so that's helpful.
Define helpful.
All right.
Destruction of party.
Yeah.
And so we will leave the mics hot,
Yes.
as we always do here at Blue Box, so you'll be able to chat with the players on break. And I'll turn the music down a little bit so you are not over powerful with the players. And we will be right back.
After Effects. He's asking if they were created in After Effects.
Yeah, I figured it was an application. I just wasn't sure.
Yeah.
I did the bad thing.
We need some like spike marks on the floor.
Yeah.
Well,
just-
I'm actually going to adjust it up
Yeah,
a
I
little
think it needs
bit.
to go up a little bit.
Yeah.
That's what they were saying.
Yeah, I agree.
So for example, the box around the DM, I can see where the frame of the image was made. It's a hard edge outside of the lightning. Yes. New font for players as well.
Yeah, I agree with that. The font that I'm using, it works well for our Greyhawk Awakening color schemes and whatnot, but it's not working really well with this. And yeah, I'll fix a lot of that.
We
Thank
can
you
work
guys,
on
I
it as well.
appreciate that. We're just going to continue to try to make it better and better for you guys, and we appreciate the feedback. and kick off the timer here. We have a sense of how quickly we'll be back.
I put a clip link of Cade Bonkers in the Discord. Thank you, Pat. Bringing us the good content. Hi, Mark. How you doing?
Viewers. You guys liking your new sub badges? I don't know if I was actually mic live on that, but we're saying hi to Mark and Proto Woot and everybody. Pat, thank you so much, and hope you guys like your new sub badges.
No, we're just at break right now. We will be back shortly.
Yeah, that's the
We did finish
our little
combat with the hags.
right back symbol there.
Oh, that's a good question. RP or battle in this campaign? Favorite moment? I think about that. I'd say for Irda, probably RP. I think that when Ixen left and when she took her paladin oath was probably one of my favorite RP moments for Irda.
On the other side. I know there's two on the opposite
Would you
side
watch
here.
ADM
Yeah, right.
or play a
If you want, I can
computer
try to
RPG like
plug it in.
Baldur's Gate?
Oh, can I reach it?
I believe in you. It's always
It's a dragon. What's
it's always
not
the
to
other
like?
way.
Kate have to make more room for Ron,
You always
probably.
have to
There you
try it both ways.
So, one of our viewers asked for each player character. Do you have a favorite self moment, whether RP or battle? For your
Ooh,
Want me to pop my
for
mic
this
back on?
campaign?
yes, I was like, okay.
Make sure your mic's hot too.
Yeah. Man, I have to think about that one. So far. Oh. There's multiple.
You can never have one.
Well, I've only been in 3
This
sessions.
campaign has been going on for a little over a year now. It began last August, so just a little over a year.
But drastic changes at the party too.
Yes.
Though.
We have had a couple of party the whole campaign over here. Yeah. Exactly.
I just snapped that off. I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, oops.
Here.
What level? Eamon is level
yeah.
7
Don't feel
magus.
Irda is level 10, but she's got 8 levels in Scald and 2 in Paladin.
Alcott is level 8, full wizard, universal,
Does that work?
no
Yeah,
specialization.
but now we're too high. So
And Cade is a level 10,
10
swashbuckler.
swashbuckler.
Yes.
good, right there, and then give it a little. Good.
Yeah, that scene was intense, Pat.
Yes, yeah.
What?
I'm gonna check something here real quick. So you're gonna see us for a second. It's not a mistake.
It's not a mistake. Meant to do that.
All right. It just freaked me out a little bit because you had the old layouts and the old borders on the preview. I want to make sure I hadn't lost something.
I don't know.
But yeah, that camera looks much better now.
I don't know. I think for Eamon, the most poignant scene so far has been losing the little girl in the
Oh
flood.
no.
Well, that was tough.
So I think that will shape him.
I think for Alcott, it's certainly
Fraley would
bad
like to
moment.
know if you 3D print any of the pieces on the board.
No.
I don't, although I have thought about it. But I just, frankly, I have so many other things that I'm doing with this game. I just don't have time.
And there's many other people that are
Yeah, so we have friends and sponsors, and then we also have people that like our money. So we send them checks, and they give us these things. But it's just I would love to do it. There's part of me, like the creativity of being able to just design and do whatever you want is so appealing. But I just have to be realistic about how much time I'm already putting in the stream. Some weeks it's 20 plus hours of DM prep and DMing. And that includes all the terrain setups and all the technical stuff. So it's quite a lot already, and maybe sometime later.
So Penhead asked, "What are our feelings on the upcoming fight, characters and players?" As player, super excited. Character, freaking scared. I'm made of goo.
Flesh.
My HP is so low. It should be much lower, but I roll almost max every time. It's easy to roll max on a D4.
If you had gotten hit by that boulder, you would have been unconscious.
Yeah.
Even the glancing blow that Cade took.
Yeah.
But in terms of the favorite moment as a character so far, it would be the negotiating with the hags, and then impressing upon Erda the importance of the situation, and sort of shifting her view from just destroy all evil to maybe some evil is at least worth saving till later.
Yes, that's a good way to put
to
it.
fight bigger evil at the time.
Yeah. Well, and with Irda, she definitely respects the wisdom of the words. She knows when somebody is smarter than she.
The one thing I made sure not to bring up in that conversation was the words "the lesser of two evils," because I hate that ultimatum, because evil is evil; it should be dealt with.
Yes.
Right.
But lesser or greater, or as Geralt would say, middling.
Yes.
Doesn't matter. This is gonna be a fight, though.
I mean, it has in the past, Jordan. I don't know if it's still doing it or not. I haven't seen it.
Now, I think
Erda's
as a viewer, my favorite scene from this campaign was the Darkweed. I mean, it was hilarious.
The Darkweed scene
Darkweed was.
Okay, Cade, since you've come back,
Darkweed was the favorite.
40 Man actually asked if what everybody's favorite either combat or RP moment in this campaign has been for your character.
Oh man, Darkweed was definitely a favorite.
You've recently been killing a lot of stuff in one hit, though.
Yeah.
Getting some cool crits.
I don't know. I liked it when I threw Zanisha off the
bell tower.
The bell tower. And when I got my ship.
That was pretty good.
When Solomon and me, he killed the cat, but I took the cat head. Mm-hmm. But that led to me getting the ship.
Yeah.
So.
Series of things.
I'm assuming by the time we get down there, 7 minutes has elapsed.
Yes. Yeah, this is a long corridor.
Yeah.
So we are in the basement.
So, which cam is glitching?
It's
supposedly that one.
We need to replace that one.
Yeah, I think.
Because it flashes every now and then.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it today, but I've seen other streams where it'll flash every now and then.
Okay, so we are back, and thanks for bearing with us on the break. And go to full screen.
And
there.
I did make the base.
I think you missed the opportunity, though, Cade. We know what your favorite moment in the campaign should have been.
Oh man, what am I missing?
What's a captain without
I don't know.
his...
I wonder if there's any shirts in here that could tell us.
She
You did? Oh, you did that.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed
And
that
I
part.
said I turned the cat head into the
thing which
I've
helped.
never
Oh,
did,
I
and
tuned
now
out because I was like, I didn't know.
oh.
I was thought Darkweed was the only one you was. Okay, yeah.
So
So
there was 2 moments.
Yeah, gotcha,
And the
gotcha.
ship.
my bad. I retract.
Shaving
Yes.
Blackbeard.
Oh man!
That was good,
Oh
too.
yeah. Shaming Blackbeard. That
No
was
beard,
fun.
Captain No Beard.
Yes.
40 Man just posed the same question to you.
You know, I do, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do, 40 Man, because we're about to jump into a really hectic combat. I'm going to come back to this question at the end of the stream, and I'm going to pose the question to some of the viewers. I'd like you to pop in the chat, not now, but when we get to the end of the stream and I ask for it, what some of your favorite moments of the campaign have been.
Some of them have not been on
and,
as long as this campaign, so they missed some really good moments.
Yeah, and some of the, likewise, a couple of the players
Some
haven't
of
been here
them
the whole day. So,
You should see what Zach
Just
just
draws.
What did Pat just put?
Oh!
Easy there. I get the feeling the viewers want to see me get in trouble. Every time they see a look there, they get excited about it. Start talking about me sleeping on the couch and stuff.
That's funny.
All right. So you get this other cam set up here so you can see. All figures are sometimes tough to see. All right. Maybe lift that up.
Just make him shorter. We don't need to fight a giant.
Yeah.
All right.
Stick out his knees.
Let's kill the relaxing music. By the
I'll
way,
stick him in the buttocks.
if that music that I play, of course, I use Sirenscape. So most of the sound effects that you hear, I got a couple custom MP3s, but most of them are Sirenscape. Use the online player, and it triggers sounds automatically with web commands. I've covered that on some of my Lore Masters Arcanum. If anybody wants to know how I do that stuff in a way that's quick and easy, like except the magic missile mishap, and works really well, I'm happy to help you with that.
Spells.
Yeah, exactly. But also, this music that you're hearing now, this is the music of Adrian von Ziegler. Ziegler, Adrian von Ziegler. He's got hours and hours and hours of licensing-free music on YouTube.
Yeah.
So you can use it for your streams, you can post it to places.
Use it in the Heart of Adventure podcast.
Yeah, all of that stuff, and it's license-free. And so I just like to give him a shout-out every once in a while. If you aren't following him, check him out on YouTube. I'm not affiliated. He wouldn't know me from Adam's House Cat, but he makes good free content that's great for D&D playing, whether you're streaming it or just using it for ambient effect in the privacy of your own home while you role play with your friends. So very cool stuff. All right. Thank you for the sub, Roger. And you'll have noticed, if you haven't already, all of our subs, you have brand new sub badges. And those sub badges, they go up in color as you go on in consistent or contiguous months of being a sub, until at the very top level, which I have, which Irda has, you get the blue dragon, which is the blue box
I
dragon.
thought of a shirt. Once you reach the final level, you
All
could
the
have
sun
all
badges.
those sun badges on a shirt.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that. All right. So, by the way, do we have Pat? Yeah, Pat draws. Pat, we had a hat press, and I mentioned this to you specifically because you gave an extremely generous donation of $75 a few weeks ago to help us get a hat press so we can start sending out more blue box hats. We did get one in last week. It was broken, so we had to send it back. We're going to test and maybe try another one. So just look for updates in the future. We'll keep you guys apprised of that, but we really, really appreciate all the support. Okay. Time for death.
What? So we didn't agree on that.
Wow.
Do not agree.
All right. So,
Who's death?
what
Yeah.
you see open up, and you realize why it was. You realize why it was light out, and
Death.
you see that the corridor opens up into a huge chamber that has an open sky above. So you see that the snowy peaks of Hook Mountain can be seen in the distance. A bitter wind whips down in and kind of eddies currents of snow around these high rock walls. The gigantic chamber slopes upward, and the sky is slate gray and white above. Most importantly, you see two massive giants. They are clearly made of solid stone. They look like they were carved from granite, one bigger than the other. The smaller one here stands nearly 15 feet high. The taller one is over 20 feet in height. And has a crude-looking crown on his head. They both have mocking sneers on their faces.
What's this?
That's just stone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just stone.
And I want Okat to be like,
Right behind her.
yeah, right behind me. Because I'm trying
Tuck,
to
tuck behind
him.
you like a protective.
Yeah, I'm
A little
fine.
baby.
We'll put Kate right in the middle. The party, as you step into the chamber, it takes a moment to really take in. And let me spin this around so all the players can get a good view. So to the question earlier, while we do not make our 3D print our own stuff, we do some minor fabrication, but like this whole table, this setup we have here, it's got room for all of my stuff, our dice trays, it's got power hookups, we've got LED lighting on the bottom of this as well, and then these are swappable. So on the bottom side of this one is sand terrain, you can't really see in that red lighting, and I've got a water one and I've got a forest one, and then it all spins around on this Lazy Susan, and that was courtesy of Captain Cade Cardinal, my wife. And no, I don't actually call her Cade at home. Nor do I call her Captain. You step into the room. Let me show you on the screen here what it looks like. You see the massive, the big one. He actually sits in a giant stone throne. Bars, and the other one stands right here with a huge boulder in his hands, smiling at you. When you step in, there are no words spoken. They just look at you.
We have a plan. We need a plan.
Type exclamation point giveaway in the chat to join our giveaway for a beautiful blue box hoodie, great for winter. No, not chained. He's holding a giant boulder and he's got wraps on his arms.
A couple should get the one over there. A couple should get that one over there.
This might not be a fight you can
Let's
I'll try.
not be too hasty, okay?
Can I get a quick reminder of some stuff from
Sure.
witches that told us?
Yes.
I wrote down wants no part of the spell under Barl. Did
Barl Breakbones is one of
He
the...
wanted this spell to be cast.
Yes.
But he
He
didn't care to be part of the casting. Like he just needed
he
to be
constrained them to do
Yeah.
it. Yes, he forced them to do it. At least that's what they told you. You know if that's true or not, but that's what they told you.
told us that his intent was to start the reigns.
Yeah.
We don't know why though. They didn't.
Initiative.
Oh jeez. Okay.
There will be no talking.
All right.
I just wanted to ask one question really quick.
Yeah.
Is there any of the Thessalonian symbols in this room? Are they wearing any of the pendants or anything like that?
You, as you're looking at them,
Are we gonna talk about what just happened?
yeah, they as you guys were sort of talking amongst yourselves, talking about planning, and you do see even from this distance that this larger one on the throne is wearing a Sahedrin medallion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just curious about that before we
We need to get that out.
get smooshed.
And
Oh, Jordan.
I know.
Jordan, let's see.
Oh! Is he using our card for that?
That's
He's using our card.
all right. Thank you very much. That's a big help.
Paying for your own death.
We'll see how that works out. All right.
Not well for us.
No, that's stupid.
Hey, Pat Dross. That's pretty funny. All right. On the initiative, the DM, of course, has a 6. Way to start out the
I
combat.
lost.
6, 6, 6. 4.
Nope.
No? All right. So 2 things happen simultaneously. Firstly, this one unleashes its rock. As it's cursing at you in some unknown language, the rock hurls straight toward Cade
No.
and Shalelu. And
Please,
so...
Shalelu.
I just healed you. Please don't get loose.
Oh,
Advantage for Caterham.
I'm out of rum.
Cade,
I need rum. Can he give me rum,
Grasp
please?
is a touch
Cade,
attack.
You and Shalelu are
I don't
both
wanna be
struck by this massive
'cause I'm
boulder.
not here to-
It's nothing like the one that rolled into the room. It's a boulder like this big around. As it hits you, catches you in that same shoulder though, very painful. You take 18 points of damage. You see Shalelu catches it squarely in the chest. She staggers back. You hear a sickening crunch as she slammed against the wall.
Ouch.
At the same time, this one, as you see, he doesn't get up off the throne. He just holds both of his hands up like this.
No.
And
I got him.
I need everyone to make a saving throw. This is going to be a will save,
Okay.
DC 19 against an overwhelming fear. So if you have any
Alright.
bonuses against fear, you can apply those otherwise. And I'm going to use one of my DM advantages.
Whatever.
So what that will do is cancel out an advantage, or I can just add 2. But if you're using advantage, just kind of makes it worse. So we talked about this, I think, on our last stream. What we'll start doing with spells is you can use them if you have advantage on the saving throw. Then you actually put them at disadvantage when they make the save, and conversely. So
then
right now you would be
I'll
at
cancel
disadvantage,
that
but you can cancel it out by using an advantage.
Then I will do that.
Jeez.
And it's a 19, you said?
Yes.
Oh.
Will save DC
It's okay.
19.
I was already afraid. Now I'm just extra afraid. I rolled 13.
You got advantage
using
from
Charmed
Pat
Life.
draws, and so did you.
Okay, good.
And I can
get
use
to
an
add one?
advantage?
If you don't, you are at disadvantage because I used advantage.
You can only use one advantage per roll, so you have to use an advantage to roll normal.
Right.
So just to roll
Just
one
to roll
die.
One die?
That's
Yes.
correct.
Yes.
That's rude.
Works the same way for you guys.
I don't want to roll this. I really don't want to roll this.
What's
Oh, that's not.
So if I use...
He's making finger puppets of the death bunny.
So what do I need to roll?
You need to roll a 19.
Okay, but
Will
I have...
save.
your will save
Well, she
bonus?
hasn't. So her raging song is not on right now.
No.
Right. So you have your 3, and then your 3
And my
for your.
four.
No,
three,
your 3. So
right,
you have
right.
6. So you need a
13.
13 or better.
I mean, it's not like you were gonna fail.
Well, if I rolled under a 3, it would have been really
Oh
bad.
yeah, I mean, I rolled a 3.
All right.
I got a 31.
Okay. All right. Stop bragging.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Eamon. 10. You see as he holds his hands up, and you just feel this wave of fear that goes through the room. And Cade, Eamon, and Alcott, they start fleeing, jostling against each other to get back down the corridor.
I was already considering doing that.
Shalelu is kind of slumped against the wall here. She's out of breath. She can barely even move. So it leaves her and Hirda in the room together.
Cool. This is great. This is totally how I want to do in my day.
She grabbed a knife. They said you grabbed a knife. All right.
Alright, well, since everybody's running away, I'm going to grab Shalelu and try to pull her and bring
Get
her
out.
with everybody else, because I know that I cannot fight these guys by myself.
All right. I want you to make a wisdom check for me, please.
Wisdom check?
So roll underneath your wisdom.
Okay, I'm gonna do an advantage.
Be like trying to outrun a bullet down the barrel
Which
of
one
a
rolls
gun
badly?
down that corridor.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, let's do this. Oh yeah, I'm good. I got rolled a 6 and a 4.
You in just sort of a moment of crystalline clarity realize this is exactly what they want you to do. That you're basically moving down a tunnel which will make you nothing more than
targets.
easy targets. So they wanted you in here.
Alright.
So they knew you were coming. Why not do it then? They wanted to see the fear in your eyes.
Gotcha,
This
okay.
is a form of torture, making the little rabbits run right in the direction they want you to go.
Then, since they want me to run, I'm not going to run. And I'm going to raise my flute to my lips and I'm going to start playing my raging song.
Can we accept that while afraid?
You should be able to, you just have to hear it.
I accept.
Yeah, they just have to be able to hear the song for it
you hear
to take effect.
Yes.
Which one does that grant?
So Inspired Rage gives you, give me 1 second, I will tell you.
It's +4 to will, strength, and con, -1 to AC.
Yes.
All right. You hear through some dim recess of whatever corner of your mind is not blabbering with ravening fear right now.
4 plus 4 minus 1.
Brought my HP up.
Yes, it does that, thankfully.
Yeah, because you're not. The only place I would accept that would be if you were turned, if you're charmed.
Yeah.
You know, then those things, you become essentially an enemy and they don't apply. But you're not an enemy, you're just terrified.
Alright, so then, because that's my quick action, I'm going to fly aloft and I'm going to go towards the boulder guy over here and try to attack him.
Oh my gosh. Ah, here we go. Irda flying straight in. This guy?
Yep, that guy.
No, better than him throwing it down the.
I'm gonna try to.
Straight to the face of danger. Oh my goodness. All right, Shalelu. She drags herself off the wall. You just hear a gasp like an, oh no, that leaves her lips. She
have to protect
pulls
my
out
friends.
her arrows and she bravely fights on, even seeing the rest of the party flee down the corridor.
Can I get an attack in? Was I too far away?
Yes, you
Okay.
do. Go ahead.
Alright, so I will. Do I get my full round of attack?
Yes, you do.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
okay.
Yeah,
I just
that was right there.
Okay. Alright. Oh, natural 20!
Confirm. Confirm.
With an advantage. Advantage.
I'm gonna use advantage. I'm gonna use advantage. Calm down, Kate.
KO him.
20.
20, 20, 20. Come on.
No,
But
but it's a 28.
A 28.
A 28. Well, wait, yeah, 28. Don't add to it.
That is a crit.
I should use my cozy gamer personality.
Plus
Right?
Any scream of glee.
Scream of
Fill the chat with the new crit emote.
The giant's deafened.
The scream ugly.
69.
69. All right. You guys enjoyed that just a little too much. All right. So first of all, you will triple your. Wait, no. So your weapon.
It's my sword.
Yeah, and it is plus.
It's a masterwork, I believe.
Okay.
+1.
All right. So you're gonna get ×3.
What's the master word do?
It's a really nicely
Nice
made
looking.
sword, and it's a +1 weapon.
Different, maybe different stats. Too.
Yeah. So then, let's use this D6. This one. I'm gonna.
So we're gonna go large creatures.
My fishing pole equip. I understood that reference.
All right. Critical roll.
Oh, 6 on the die.
Okay.
So 6 plus 6 is 12.
That's very good.
All right. All right. So part of this will be negated because the creature does not have a beating heart. But part of this is very important. So you triple the damage. You catch it by surprise. Your blade slams into the chest. A powerful blow to the chest stuns your opponent until the end of his next turn and makes, and this is where the heart would start beating irregularly, that's not applicable, but he is stunned. You slam into him with the force, your wings buffeting. You then, was that your, did you both attack?
Oh, that was my first attack.
Okay, roll your second attack.
I'm sorry, God, I was excited.
20. A lot happening for one attack.
But how much damage did you deal? It was 12.
12 times whatever, and then reduced.
Whatever.
What do I want to do? Yep. Okay. Oh, I have my Vital Strike back, and I'm gonna Vital Strike him since it's combat.
Yes, Shalelu.
Okay.
Shillelagh.
No freaking
She rolled another natural 20!
You kidding?
No.
Do an advantage.
I let it lie.
All right.
20.
What's going on with Irda here today?
Come on.
I got me run back. I'm helping everybody out.
I'm rolling the advantage, the confirmation.
Fear and
protect-
bravery.
protect
As she watched everyone else run away.
Come on.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's
And,
Double crit.
and I double the die because I did it a Vital Strike, so
Probably a double.
it's a double.
So
Double this.
roll
Okay.
percentile dice again. Thank you very much to all of our viewers and mad chatters.
67 this time.
A 67.
And then I'll roll
So
my.
close to the other one.
I know. I'll roll my d6 and then double the die. It's a 10, so 16.
All right, hang on here. Get back, sorry. All right, on the second blow, so as you drive him back, your chest slamming into his chest, your second blow comes across, hits in the arm as you strike. Hold on here, get the right one. He staggers back. You actually hit.
Let's see what it is.
You hit him right in the hand, and you see two of his fingers fracture off and clatter to the ground with the sound of stone.
Oh, thank you, Phantom, for the 2 advantages.
Thank you very much for the gifts, Jay Birchfield. All right.
So wait a minute. Let me get this straight. She crits twice and she didn't kill the giants.
He's probably got a lot of.
Really?
Oh.
They're
Stone
giant.
giant.
Oh man,
Dude,
this is tough to kill.
When I hit him, did I notice, like,
Holy
when I
cow.
got close enough, did I notice he doesn't have a beating heart? Like, can I tell he's undead?
Not that he's undead
Or
per
does
se,
not-
but yes.
Is
yes.
he wearing a necklace too? Are they both wearing the necklace or just him?
Just him.
Oh, okay.
Just the biggest guy.
Borrow. Likely.
Or Mokmorian. We've heard two, those are the two,
You guys let you know.
yeah, that's very possible. Totally stoned, feels no pain.
Thank you, Robert.
That's a good point.
Oh, yeah.
The computer's going.
All right.
Oh, thank you, Canadian Ancient Gamer.
Okay,
We did
so
advantage to each of us.
as all of this happens, you flurry, drive him back. He's stunned. He drops a stone he had in his opposite hand, and we go to initiative.
I
got
don't see the
Does she
advantages.
Well, no, because that would be just me rolling against me, so we're gonna go
No.
back.
How come I
Oh,
can't see
Shalelu.
them?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Sure attacks. What's that?
I can't see the advantages.
It's because they're giving a lot at once, and then instead of doing them individually, so if they don't do them individually, you just have to wait until the alert comes up. It takes a couple
Oh,
seconds.
okay.
Because if it's more than 100 or 1,000, where it's a preset.
You see
number,
her
you don't
arrows.
see that.
They strike dead on, but they clatter away, clearly unable to penetrate.
Oh,
She
lovely.
gasps, and I'm gonna have to figure out what she's gonna do next round. So we're gonna go to initiative.
With everybody running, do I roll?
You're the only one that can roll.
Can I roll? I run to the stone and try to move it because I'm so afraid. I tried to get out.
3.
We haven't made it
We
all the
haven't made
way
it that
down there.
far.
Oh, I haven't made it that
No.
far.
We're
Oh.
only in this
Yeah.
long corridor.
Yeah, this is gonna be a
okay.
long run. DM has a 5. Man, I don't really know what to do with this.
How long are we afraid?
So, they attack. You don't know.
Okay, what the
So,
one is done.
First of all, let's start with Barl. This time, Barl, he lets out a laugh, kind of chuckles that reverberates stone against stone all around
He will appreciate
the
my
room.
show of strength.
and
Maybe.
uh,
a threat.
he throws another spell at Irda.
Okay.
This time, Irda, it is you feel something settle on you and your eyes start to dim. I need you to make a will save DC 17.
Okay, well, if I don't roll a natural one, I make it.
But don't.
I'm gonna roll it. I'm gonna roll an
Okay, because
advantage.
we've had this happen once this
Yeah.
session.
I thought I was gonna just
Yeah,
jump.
fine.
Yeah.
I rolled
All
a
right.
13.
You fight this sense off. The one in front of you, he takes a club from his hip and he comes down on you twice
Wait.
with his good hand. Yes.
He's stunned.
Oh, you're right. He's
He's
stunned.
stunned.
So to the end of this round, he's stunned.
Yes.
So
Wow,
thank you for the
DM,
reminder.
wow.
Well, you know, I feel that TPK is so close. Who wouldn't be excited?
Us.
All right. Meanwhile, the three of you careen down the corridor. Could you give me a good scream, Eamon?
That's pretty good.
We're going to go now to the next round again.
Do I not continue to go?
No, you don't get to attack this round.
What?
2 crits in 1 round. You don't get an attack.
Oh my
I know.
goodness.
Go ahead. Your attack.
Double crit again.
All right. Okay. So yeah, I guess I'll go against the
Just gonna
stone guy again.
just do this.
All right. Roll.
I'm really nervous, y'all.
You.
All right.
You got it.
Okay.
Just the same dice. You got it.
13, 29.
That's a hit.
Okay.
roll your second attack.
My second attack. That's okay. It's a 21.
21.
21.
That is a miss.
All right. That's fine. We're good.
All right. Roll your damage. You bite down with your blade again.
7 points of damage.
All right. You're hammering away, chiseling a bit, if you will, on this, but you know he's still very strong.
All right.
You sense there is still a great deal of resiliency in this creature. Shalelu. You see, she turns. You dimly catch this from the corner of your eye, and she sprints down the corridor.
Don't do that. That's a really bad idea.
What'd you expect from Shelley?
I mean, maybe she has a plan.
Initiative.
This is not good.
DM has a 3.
You got it.
Come on.
5.
All right.
That's on you.
Irda, you are one-on-one in combat with this smaller stone giant. The larger Barl still sits atop his throne, mocking laughter.
When is the fear gonna subside?
You have no idea.
Well, no.
In time.
You know.
Yes, I do.
In
know.
time to turn around and see the boulder.
Yeah, pretty much. And then it'll be actual fear, not magical fear.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm going to.
Kill him dead.
I'm so scared. All right. I guess I'm just gonna attack again. Yeah, you know, that's what I do.
All right, Irda, dauntless, fearless, leaps forward again.
Oh, Saturday, save me.
Come on.
Natural 20!
Oh my God! Stop!
Same
Stop!
That was a different one.
What
that
is it? Oh,
It was a
okay.
different one that time.
Call that dice company out.
Your third nat 20
Let's see if I can
in the combat.
form.
Is it your third critical in 3 rounds?
Okay, I'll roll the confirmation.
I mean,
advantage.
she's getting
Come
low
on.
on
20,
advantages.
20, 20, 20.
Come
on!
It's 27.
That is a crit. Roll your percentile dice, please.
Make it like 100.
She's been using them for a while, so if they're loaded, she's been very, very subtle with it and then saving them for this moment.
Trust me, this die was rolling ones on my off die earlier when I was rolling at advantage, so I've got.
Yeah, I saw
it's
that.
been
Yeah,
it's
there
been
was-
good.
Ooh.
54.
Mr. Good.
That's a 50 right?
The dice tray. Guaranteed to roll more 20s.
That's right. Dragon Crafting Guild
Yes,
dice
I
tray.
am using a dragon
Guaranteed
tray.
to roll more not 20s, except not really, except maybe
Except
tonight.
Maybe it is.
Except not on mine.
Yeah.
And I'll roll my damage die.
All right.
Moose! This is a really bad situation for me. Why did you do that?
Oh, Moose, thank you, sir.
9 points of damage. From that.
All right. Well, no, you triple your base. No, you double your base on that one.
Okay, so then that's 12 points of damage.
All right. So again, modifying here, you slam your blade into his chest, and you see a huge chunk of rock-like flesh chisel away. He staggers back. He's stunned again.
Yes.
So one more round of stun.
And then I have another attack.
Right.
I'm gonna try the. Yeah, I'm gonna attack him again.
Come on.
Slice this boy.
That was miss. Is 14.
All right. Your second blow chips off the side of his arm, doing no damage. All right. So
Us?
you notice as Shalelu disappeared, that she was not screaming. She was silent as she ran down the hallway.
Cold confidence.
She shoots the 3 traitors in the back.
Take us out of our misery.
No, it's so true, Steve. Like, I try to watch the chat as much as I can. Oh, my camera froze here. Hang on. Let me unfreeze my cam.
General direction.
I try to follow the chat as much as I can, but obviously I can't completely stay connected to it and DM at the same time.
That would be very
But I do come back and I watch them later, and one of the main things I watch for are the chat stuff that I missed, and they always make me laugh.
Someone cast time stopper.
Yeah, exactly. That's not going to stop this. So, their turn.
Release the fear! Please!
You are fleeing quickly. You see Barl, the huge giant atop. He seems to have noticed the way his enchantments are just falling away from you. And so he stands.
That's not a good thing.
He comes walking over with what looks like a huge earth-breaking maul. But he takes his time as he's walking over to you. Like he's just relishing the swatting of a fly, irritated that his spells were not having the effect that he wanted them to, and determined to show you what effect he can have. Flip this around, see if I can get a better. We're getting a lot of glare off of this. Yeah. All right, that might be a little better. And you guys don't know what's happening, but as you're rushing down this corridor, you run in stark terror, occasionally jostling with one another, trying to get further and further away. Shalelu is sprinting behind you. You dimly can make out anything that she says, but she's running down the hallway. Chakadras, you said I could get use from this one time, and I can't imagine a better time. And she takes and she hurls something straight at you.
At us?
Yes, it's a good
Yes.
thing.
No, the suggestion was to get the 3 traitors in the back. So, so I'm honoring the wishes of the viewers. Like that makes good sense. All right, so we go now to the next round of initiative. Now he is on. So his stun. Well, no, because it goes to the next turn. So he's actually
Yeah.
two. Because okay, so it's only going to be you and he this round.
All right.
DM has a 5.
No!
Okay.
That's not good. You needed that.
I'm in a really bad place.
He swings this massive Earthbreaker maul at you, and of course I'm going to start using some of these great advantages I've been given. Thank you to all of the viewers. Your advantage made a huge difference on that fear that hit the players so hard.
If you like the player,
So-
stop giving him attention.
Let me mark that off. And he's going to use advantage on all 3 blows. So remind me of your armor class.
Oh,
You're not smiting him.
Disadvantage to the swing, sir.
So what is your current armor class?
23.
23.
Disadvantage to the swing.
Okay. Well,
To the swing, sir. Swing and a miss.
you can't. All right. First one is a solid hit.
Oh, no.
Slams into you in midair. The second one is a solid hit.
Prepare
The third
HP.
one
Get the minus.
Come on.
just misses.
Yes.
He swats you. Boom. He swats you a second time. Boom. He's driving you back. I'll move your mini back in a second. Both blows just thunder with power into you. The first one hitting you square in the chest. You take
Thinking 4, maybe. Maybe it'll start with a 6.
22 points from the first blow.
Better than I expected.
From the second blow,
Roll low, roll low, roll low.
you take 23 points of damage.
Okay.
Thunk! Thunk! You are battered back with a thud.
She needs help, sir.
5 points of HP back every round while it's raging. So.
We go back to you. You're done.
All right. So. I don't. No, not until the end of my turn. So. Can I ask if I would know something
Yes.
really quickly? It's related to a spell.
Sure.
Would giants count as humanoids, or do they count as like monsters?
You asked this last session.
I can't
Yeah.
remember.
No, these would not be considered humanoids.
Okay. I just couldn't remember. Okay. All right.
These
So.
would be considered monster. It's a long fly, Asimir, going back, way back.
Oh no, sorry.
You're doing a number on this other guy, though.
Yeah. Just want to try to mitigate some of this a little bit. I'm going to use glitter dust on him. Like I did on to try to blind him. Actually, yeah, it should get in the area. So I'm going to try to glitter dust both of them.
Oh, you're hedging your bets there, Patrick.
And-
So the advantage can be used, but not till after this
I'm
combat.
going to do that at advantage so that it's a +2 to the DC.
Okay, I'm sorry. What was the spell again?
Glitter dust, like I
Oh,
did
glitter
on
dust. Okay,
hacks.
all right.
It's going to be a DC 18 will save.
A DC 18 will save.
Try to blind them.
All right, and so he would use advantage. Are you using a disadvantage on him, or
Well, I use an advantage to increase the DC of the.
okay?
Like
Well, so I'll give you the choice, but if you do that, he's still going to be rolling with advantage, so he'll roll with 2. So you have a choice: either cancel out or add 2 to the DC. Your choice.
cancel out.
Okay, I think that's probably better.
Probably better, yeah.
All right, and all right. So the
And that's
glitter
for both of them.
covers.
It
What's
can-
the range?
the
radius?
The glitter dust can it's a 10-foot radius spread.
10-foot spread.
So 20-foot diameter.
Yeah.
I should be able to get
Right.
that.
Yes. So that one. They both make the saves, but they are both covered in the glitter.
They're so pretty.
Oh, such
But I
shiny
gotta
stones.
mark off 2 advantages because they both had to use advantage on to cancel out your disadvantage. All right. All right, and I believe that concludes the round.
Okay, so I'm rolling.
Well, shall I look through the thing?
Yeah, I know. All right, initiative.
Oh, and because at the end of the round, because of my Scald's Vigor, I get 5 hit points back.
Okay.
While I stay raging.
If you haven't yet, type
So who
exclamation point
has
giveaway in the
now?
chat.
Who rolls advantage? Is it back to me?
I'm rolling initiative.
No, you're
Initiative.
still
Oh, I thought she lost.
running away.
Oh,
running
that's
away.
right.
Yeah.
Not part of the fight.
Ooh,
There is no
I thought
one-
the stone got cast, or whatever Shillelagh threw at us.
Yeah,
4.
I'll roll the damage on that in a second.
Oh, damage!
4.
So we tied? Okay, so again.
Thank you for the follow, Tropical Thunder. 3.
Yes! Huzzah!
We need that.
Yes, we did.
Why are people making polls in the middle of combat? Guys, calm down!
How does the combat
Okay, so...
vote? Good. Well, we
Okay,
defeat them.
okay.
Sparkly stoner giant.
Thank you, 40 man.
Can I roll to decide who's my bigger threat right now? Since they're both in my melee range now.
I mean, you don't need
One
to
of
roll.
those should say.
Okay.
You
Weird
know which one is the bigger
defeats
threat.
giants.
It's the one that's 20 feet tall, towering over you.
The bigger one?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna attack him, I guess.
So you're turning now on Barl.
Yeah.
All right.
The littler one seems less of a threat at the moment. So I'm gonna roll this at advantage. I'm almost out of advantage.
Chad is your biggest threat, Thunderbay said.
Okay, that's a 27 to hit. Barl.
Just hits.
Alright. Oh my gosh. Okay, so then if that's the case, I'm going to roll the other one at advantage. Not mean to roll that, but that's fine. 24, and I'm guess that misses. This is 27 just hit, so second one missed.
All right, roll your damage. Thank you for the sub, Trollord Games. They are a fantastic sponsor of all good things, old school D&D, and
10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. As you strike him. Hold
This doesn't
on.
seem like very much of a big giant.
Yeah. You put a
I'm well aware.
you put a nasty scratch on his arm. Kind of scrapes your blade down his arm. He seems minimally affected.
Yeah, I'm certain.
And now
This is not good.
thumps
Come
at
on.
Irda.
So he can do like 50 points of damage and she does 10?
Ooh,
I'm
just-
small. He is large.
This is terrible.
So the first one is a hit.
Oh,
The
come
second
now.
one.
So much HP.
7 or 20. Yeah, 25. That's hit.
Not as much.
And then the third
Why
one.
does everyone want to kill me?
Oh! 40 man! This is how it works, yes!
Why?
Okay, hold on. So 40 man, I'm gonna make a note of that later.
The players! That's all I want to know. They hate us.
His third blow. Again, he's just bashing. You get knocked slightly out of range. His third swing just comes shortly past your face. You take
We'll be fine.
20 on the first blow.
Easy.
You take
We'll be there in just
27 on the second blow. Thunk! Hammering away. This giant now is recovering. He turns towards you. He will get an attack next round.
Thanks, Phantom.
Oh, Robert, thank you. All right, so
15 for each of the players is what we should get.
Alright, we need a miracle.
We have to be there
you
for it
can.
to make a difference, though.
you can.
Yeah.
15 for Herda.
Okay, so
Can we roll away the fear?
Guys, come on.
all right, now we come back to the party in the tunnel. The sphere of Shillelagh bursts in the middle of the room, and there is a sudden dispelling of your fear. All of you, all of you come up short. You stagger into
Favorite
Oh,
There we go.
Oh my goodness.
That means I also-
we got a level 2 hype train. This is our second hype train of the day. Thank you so much, everybody.
I can't do the math. I'll just do it.
You're each stunned. You don't even know what happened. The fear was raw and animal, and suddenly now there's.
Now I feel like I've drunk a keg of rum!
Oh, okay. So I see what's happening here. I saw her mean mugging the chat a second ago, so now they're trying to get on her good side. You see. There's like also a wash of shame that comes over you. Shalalu's breath is ragged in her lungs. That's the full round action on that one. All right, we go to initiative.
So, since I just got all this stuff back,
we're in this initiative.
how does that happen? Because I did cry out for Saren Ray at the beginning of the combat. So.
Yeah. So. I think.
Because I would like to.
So that's something that we always battle here because I love having the chat involved in the game in this way. Try to make sure we keep it balanced, and also I am not big on a potion drops out of the sky and lands on the floor next to you. We always try to weave it into the role play. You, as you're being battered back against the wall, you've actually been pressed all the way up against the side of the cavern. Barrel. Massive and looming over you, just with mocking laughter as he sees blow by blow, he's battering the life out of you. There's a glee in his eyes that you haven't fallen yet. That it's a little bit of sport, like a cat that bats a mouse around and doesn't really want to kill it just yet because it wants some more fun. As he does this, you call out to Sarah. Yes, can I help you?
No, I'm thinking in my head.
Yeah. Okay, well, I was in DM narrative mode. There is suddenly a blinding flash of yellow light that suffuses the room, and you feel a column of holy energy come as Sarai answers your prayer and grants divine blessing on you.
Thank you, Saren Ray.
We go to initiative.
All right.
You got it.
All right.
Get us in there.
DM has a 6.
I have a 3.
Crumb!
All right. As Barl's eyes go wide, he hammers harder. That is a hit. That is a hit.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Gets fully healed.
That is a
down
hit.
in one too.
So he's got you kind of pinned against the wall now. I'm on a roll just the base damage, and I'll add the bonus at the end to be quicker that way. So, because you don't have any reduction, so just I'll give you total damage, right?
Just give me all the.
Okay, 13.
Give me the total number. It's easier that way.
27 plus 9. You take 79 points of damage as he pounds away at you against the wall. This one
Glad I got that heal.
steps forward and he starts hammering at you. 2 blows with his club. One hits, one doesn't. You're kind of pinned. You're cordoned in here. Now the sky is open above. Just keep that in mind as well.
Right, I forgot about that.
Okay, and you take 15 points from the second club that hammers into you.
Oh, my goodness.
All right. So, because Saren Ray sent me her blessing, I'm going to. Oh, blood is streaming from the corner of my mouth, and I'm still raging. And I look up at Baal and I go, "You are a foul, evil thing, and I smite you in the name of Saren Ray." And I cast Smite Evil on him.
Very good.
The holy light extends from your blade as it strikes Barl. You see his slate eyes go wide as he feels divine energy swarming over him. He is definitely evil, and you recognize there is necromantic power coming from him. Your attack.
With my attacks, and now my armor class for him is 27. And I am going to roll my first attack at advantage.
got it.
Okay, 17 plus my. It's charisma on the attack, right? I'm still gonna.
That's right. That's right.
So 21, and then 16.
That's a hit.
Yeah. Okay. That was my first attack, and then
Irina
I'm going.
needs to stop breathing heavily.
I'm
It's
sorry.
She's just so angry.
Please calm your rage a bit.
I'm going to roll the other one at advantage, and I'm actually no. I smote this round, so I can't do Vile Strike this round. Whoops. All right, at advantage. Cannot keep my dice in the tray. So that's 20. 25.
25?
Yeah.
That is a miss.
All right.
You have one solid hit
Okay.
with your divine righteousness.
And I double it because I hit for the first hit, right? And then so 8 plus my paladin level is 10, so 16 points of damage to Barrel.
All right. You strike him once more rather, and with a good strong blow, but still doing so little damage to him. He laughs.
Can I try the move now a little bit?
Yeah, really, like the only reasonable
Upward?
direction was upward.
That's
Now,
okay.
if you escape upward, because you had a full attack round, you will provoke an attack of opportunity from each of them.
All right. Hold on a second.
Thank you so much, everybody. So cool to have 2 hype trains. Thank you, Ancient Gamer. If you haven't yet, type !giveaway. Our giveaway is going to be here in just a few minutes. Get out of there. Get out of there. Little Rocky reference there
I
for
just
you.
can't be flanked. That's what that is. Yeah. So hot flat-footed. No. So uncanny dodge doesn't apply here. All right. So well, up I go. I mean, I have to risk it.
All right. As you shoot straight up in the air, Barrel smacks you solidly. The other one actually misses. Barrel's huge Earthbreaker Maul, 24 points of damage as you streak up into the air.
Okay.
We come back to the party.
I forgot to do my.
Whoa. Party. The rest of you, you're now in the hallway. Shilelu, we've got to hurry. They're pounding here.
I run that!
Yeah,
I
we'll see
feel
that.
like I've drunken a keg of rum and I'm fully want to run.
So, see, how far back can we get
So it
in
was
this round?
It was 2 rounds of running. It will be 2 rounds of running
Oh,
back.
true.
But can we see him down the corridor? Like, can we just see the
I
edge of
mean,
him?
maybe occasionally you see, the back of one of Barrel's legs.
Do I have the chance to cast a spell on him?
Not this. Well, let's see. What's the range on the spell?
180 feet.
Yeah. As you turn, you are in range because you would have been sprinting at 60 feet per round. So
Yeah.
you're only about 120 feet away. Let me see here. Yeah, you actually do see the back of Barrel's calf as he kind of plants to swing up at Irda. You can dimly make it out.
Can you make a will save against the spell Hold Person?
Okay, well that won't work
he's not
because he's not a
Is
person.
it a humanoid?
Yeah.
Right.
So that's
I'm
what
not
you
gonna
need.
do that.
You need hold monster for that one.
Yeah.
Then I'm not gonna do anything then.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
No?
Sorry,
All right.
then.
I am going to use a potion
I forgot about that.
of
That's a humanoid.
stone
Yeah.
skin
Okay.
as I'm running down the
Yeah.
small
All right.
hall.
So you're unstopping the potion as you go running down the hallway. That's a full round of fleeing or running back
Yeah.
toward the hallway.
So we have to use we don't.
What?
Is it going to be 2 rounds of running?
It'd be 2 rounds for you. It's only going to be 1 for Shalelu because she only ran 1 round in. She threw the sphere ahead at you. She didn't flee as far as you did. You guys are you're gonna be this round running back, next round running back, 3rd round you'll be back in the room because you ran for 2 rounds. All right, and you were running as fast as you could out of there, so you're running as fast as you can to get back.
Afraid.
Yeah,
it makes sense you would run as fast as possible.
All right. And we go to next round initiative.
All right.
DM has a 2. All right. So you're now hovering above. What do you do?
What does it look like up here? Like, what do I see?
You see these rock cliffs. In some places they go up 30, 40 feet. Against the back of the mountain, they go up hundreds of feet. You can see, again, that slate sky, little flurries of snow and chill wind.
Is there anywhere that I can get some, like, cover from, because I know that guy can cast spells. Is there any place that I can fly to kind of get out of his line of sight?
Well, you obviously, straight up.
Yeah.
You can keep flying straight up as much as you like. But your other option, you could try to find some rocky crevice. You'd have to get close to it to know how.
Well, then I'll fly up more as far as I can go and cast something this round, and I'm gonna cast Cure Serious Wounds on myself.
All right. So yeah, I'll give you 60 feet of flight.
Okay.
And then you can cast. Actually, I'll give you 30 feet of flight, and then you can cast.
Okay.
Thank you, Set Monkey.
9, 10. So I heal myself for 20 points.
Well, Canadian Gamer gifted it to Set Monkey.
Oh, was that a gift?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Ancient Gamer, and congrats, Set Monkey. Thank you for all the gift subs from all of our awesome folks today. All right, as you fly into the air, the rest of the party, you're running back. You look down below, Irda. You see Barl. He coils himself. And leaps into the air and takes flight.
What?
Did he cast a spell to do that?
He did.
I'm going to. What is the range on this? Oh, what is the range? Please tell me it's the range. I keep clicking the wrong app.
We've got our first aerial combat here.
Yes, I will counterspell with Dispel Magic.
Okay.
Which I have to contest the check. So
Right,
What
so-
level did he cast that at?
So that was.
What's his caster level?
Yeah, his caster level is 7th.
Okay, so the DC is 18.
Okay.
I add 8 to this, so I need a 10 or better.
All right, and I'm gonna put you at disadvantage, so you'll have to use advantage if you want to counteract.
Which I will do.
Okay, so let's each mark one
he needs
off.
to not get to you.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I was just given a lot of them, so.
Oh, yes!
He stays on the ground. I very quickly throw out some dust and shove it forward.
And what was the range?
180 feet.
180 feet. Okay. You throw your hand out. You feel the arcane energy. He does actually leave the ground, but then he flails and he falls back to the ground. Not enough to do damage.
Oh, come on!
But he slams to the ground looking shocked.
I look shocked as well. It worked!
Oh, nicely done,
Do I see
Thank you.
this like magic hit the or what do I see?
I don't know. So let's
from
see. So
above?
with that, I want to say, like you saw a brief glimmer of blue around him.
And I'd be probably clever enough to figure out that it was probably one of them that did it.
You're still not sure if Shalelu ran and they're all running. You don't know that they're returning yet.
But I mean, it seemed like something hit him.
Something, yeah.
Okay, so not knowing who did that,
Right.
I would just say thank you.
Yeah.
So, if he was flying and the magic got dispelled, did he get some damage?
He never really got flight. That was the point. But like, it wasn't just. He was like kind of leaping off the ground. He got like a few
big
feet off the
jump.
ground, like
I
a
feel
big
like
jump.
his foot should crack.
All right, so you continue to run. That is your round, and now
My hair is
back to his
bouncing
round.
in the air. I'm running.
So we'll be able to attack next round?
No, you'll have one more round before you'll get here.
Shalelu can attack
Shalelu will
next
attack
round.
next round.
Okay.
You'll have one more round.
All right.
You see this one picks up a good-sized boulder, and he hurls it up at you.
Alright.
Miss.
That is a hit.
Oh, come on now, man.
Oh, wait.
Boulder strikes you in midair. You take 14 points of damage as it strikes you in midair. We go to initiative. DM has a 4.
Come on. Roll high, roll high, roll high. Oh, no.
Okay. Barl shakes his head. He tries again. He goes to loft
I do it
off the
again.
ground. All right.
I prepared it twice today.
He doesn't know what happened, so he's got no idea where this is coming
used it on the
from.
fear, and I'm kind of sad that I didn't.
All right.
See, 18. Are you
and-
giving me a disadvantage?
Yes, absolutely.
Then I'll use another advantage.
Oh no, this one
It
didn't
fails.
work.
Oh, no.
But I tried.
Well, and you delayed it around.
Yeah.
This time, he leaps into the air, and he does. He takes flight. Irina, you see him hurtling up towards you with a grin of malice. He's still below you. He's
What were
not
you doing?
actually higher than you.
Spell magic
Okay.
is counterspell.
With a grin of malice as he comes
You can use
hurtling
a spell
towards
at
you.
some level to
He's
counterspell
got
as
his
well.
he's got his
Any spell.
earth-breaking maul.
You have to have a feat to do that. You have to use the same spell to counterspell.
Yeah, he's got his earth-breaking maul in one hand. He's got a hand held up with some sort of glow coming out of it from the other as he flies up towards you. And this one hurls his rock again. So he gets 2 rocks. The first one you dodge out of the way. The second one, good shot. He hits you. You take only 11 points from that one, though. It glances
Thank
off
goodness.
your legs.
I got you.
And party, you can see the light ahead. Shalelu breaks in.
My hair is flowing. My chains are bouncing.
Appalachian Gunslinger. Thank you, Jay Birchfield, for the gift sub. So we go now to
With my actual
Shalelu.
action on that round, can I do something? Because you said we just ran in, right?
No.
We're not technically there yet.
Shalelu.
No.
Shalelu
Right,
made it.
Shalelu got in. You're not in yet.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. And you'll be in next round.
Oh, because we're full running, I can't do an action.
Shalelu, her eyes go wide as she sees this absolute, it defies all reason to see this huge stone giant flying up into the air with agility. She steps in the room. She looks at her bow and arrow. She curses and she charges this creature, pulling her sword out, knowing that her arrows did nothing. She will cover the ground. That's going to provoke an attack of opportunity as she closes. She dodges as he hammers down.
Thank goodness.
And she hits. Shalelu slices at his knee. You see her blade glows with a faint blue magic as it chips off part of the shin of this creature. And we go now to Irda.
Alright, so I'm gonna try to get even higher and I'm going to heal myself again.
All right, Irda, flying higher. I can't make these go much higher here, so we're just going to have to...
We're gonna go to the mine theater now.
You're flying now through the wind-swept mountainside of Hook Mountain.
And that's pretty good. 24 points of healing.
You heal yourself.
Alright.
All right, and now initiative.
Alright.
DM has a 6.
I roll it, right?
Yeah, you roll it this time. Since
You
y'all
said
are
6?
Yep.
Can you stop doing that?
now back in the...
Oh, come on.
I mean, I don't know what I'm supposed to do against 6.
Roll 6.
What's wrong with your die, man?
All right.
All our dice. What's right with his dice?
As he flies behind you, while you're healing, he gains ground. You have now cast 2 consecutive spells, so you had half distance flight each time. He was doing full distance flight. So he has reached you now. He will not get an attack this round, but you literally see he is right on par with you. I can't even cast the proper majesticness of this scene. The Azamar glowing with holy light. This stone giant necromancer high atop the ground, 150 feet, 120 feet below you. You see Hook Mountain, craggly peaks all around. Party. You break into the room and you see this. Go ahead and move your minis into the room. You see Shalelu dwarfed by this giant as she hacks away at his legs. You don't see any sign of Irda, but you saw the giant leave the ground. You look up and you see the bottoms of their feet. You see Irda's wings outspread as they clash in the sky above. What are you going to do, Eamon?
I am going to try to dispel magic on Barl.
Good.
What's your range?
170 feet.
Ooh, that'd be good.
What's the
I haven't
DC?
used
The
this
DC
one.
is 18 because it's plus his 11 plus his caster level.
Right.
So you add 7
So I add 7.
because it's plus your caster level.
All right.
Whatever you roll.
And I'm gonna use advantage on this.
Okay.
So
I'm going to give you disadvantage, so roll 1.
no,
You're
roll
rolling
1.
2 dice.
I already rolled 2, but it's not gonna make it.
Either
Oh
way,
my
all right.
God.
I still lost an advantage.
We need some help.
You cast it, but you feel the magic that Barl has employed is just too strong, and he resists. Now we go to Alcott.
All right, I'll reach back to the sword that's on my back and put my hand on it and say, "Gods, I hope this works." And I do the same thing. Through the sword, as my bonded item, I cast Dispel Magic because I didn't have it prepared 3 times. Again, I will attempt to do this with advantage. Are you going to give
All
me
right,
disadvantage?
I am.
Yeah.
That's rude.
I'm getting low.
All right. Yeah, we're eating through his advantages.
But we also.
And it fails.
Woo!
We're trying.
Kay,
We're trying, folks.
What do you do?
Arr! Okay.
We're trying to keep you safe.
I have a cape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run directly at this one. I'm going to slide because of Swashbuckler's grace. I'm going to slide on the floor
Set monkey
and wrap the
disadvantage.
cape around her feet.
His feet?
His feet.
That monkey gave you a disadvantage, Sean.
And make
Oh,
The fight was going so much in your
monkey.
favor. We have to change
That's
that.
not good. All right,
oh, the
so
eagle
lost an
statue.
advantage.
Good
Okay.
one, Penhead.
All right.
Eagle statue.
Go ahead.
Oh, come on. I'm using.
I
Oh,
know,
hot.
but I don't know what
We
it
don't know what it
does.
does.
Throw it! Good man, throw it!
No else fails.
Throw it.
Throw things! Alright, I'm using an advantage.
All right.
Don't disadvantage.
Takes his cloak and
Oh! Ah! Crit! Oh, wait! Yes! 19.
You have improved critical
Yes,
attack weapon?
I do!
Okay, roll to
Good.
confirm.
Oh my gosh. I'm using another advantage. Come on. Come on.
Do it. Do it.
Come on!
Do it.
This is for Amiko's revenge! Yes! That's it! That has to be it!
17.
That is a crit.
Oh my god! Crit! 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 Oh, this is good! I slide on the floor! I wrap me cape on me bum arm!
All right, so
Do you want my cozy gamer ones?
I'm going to have you roll.
Last
You're going to roll
6, 7
percentile,
frame.
and we're going to go to the Ow!
Oh.
I just rolled my.
catches it,
foot.
blows his nose in it.
We're going to roll.
Yeah.
I
two.
remember last time you rolled those ones, you got a 97.
I know!
Yeah, all right, go ahead and roll.
Come on.
Cozy gamer!
Come on, cozy gamer.
Come on! Come
Bless
on!
us with your dice.
66.
Wow, we're right in
Sounds
that
good.
range, huh?
Sounds good.
He might get stunned.
He might get stunned
Okay.
again.
His chest is not doing well. Stab! Stab!
All right. And let me
gotta
go
be the
to
chest.
legs.
Oh, legs.
The legs.
She
'cause
wrapped-
he's
she
15
wrapped-
foot.
I wrapped
Tall,
it. I
yeah.
slid on the floor, wrapped me cape around its legs. So
okay.
it fall, kabam!
You're all about wrapping legs with capes against giants, huh?
What you got? What are you gonna do when you only got one arm, man? You gotta use something.
He heard the grand
creative.
fantasy tale a long time ago about.
Lost 2 arms, man. You get creative after a while.
All right, let me see how this makes sense. So, as Cade slides forward on the ground, whipping his cape out, the giant was striding directly towards Shalelu.
I saved Shalelu too. She knows me.
Cade, as you slide under, it feels so
haven't seen it in a while.
right to you.
Hi, it does.
You whip it around.
Whip it real good.
Right as the giant is taking a step, it catches both of his legs as he's stepping, and you hear a giant crack,
Oh, yes.
and his knee snaps, and he stumbles to the ground, stunned.
Yes. Huzzah! Huzzah! Huzzah!
All right.
Huzzah!
It is initiative.
You lost, so it goes to Eamon.
Oh boy.
It wraps the big toe and pulls out from under it. Now, this was the smaller one. This one's only 15 feet tall. 4.
3. Dang it.
Okay. Barl, grinning. He,
And he has the 27 as his
right, 27.
AC. Farming.
First thing he does is he releases a stream of magic missiles from his left hand.
Oh no, we don't like magic missiles.
And hold on here.
Prepared? Maybe I can counterspell it.
Yeah. Yeah, one.
I'd rather cast it instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd rather do the damage than
All right, you take 16 points as missiles fly into you. Then he slams you with the club. 2 blows, not 3. That's a hit.
You can cast and.
That is those are both hits.
He's really powerful.
But you're going to take less damage up here because he doesn't have feet planted, so you're not going to get a full strength on this, so that's going to cut down on the amount of additional damage that he does.
He's not a practiced flyer.
So it's going to be 16 on the first blow. Ooh, ouch, that's a good roll. 19 on the second roll. As his club
35.
slams into you twice, you kind of spiral on your wings. Your attack.
That's all that matters.
Okay.
You're awake.
I am conscious. Oh, goodness gracious.
Man, what a fight.
I'm not feeling
I
too
know.
good right now.
Oh, hey, Illumin, good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while, my friend.
I don't like this.
If you haven't yet, everybody type
I mean, why would you?
exclamation point giveaway.
I don't like
We
any
are.
of this. Alright, so.
The rock that the little one hurled, is that somewhere close by that threw?
There are rocks scattered everywhere here. They had plenty of these things.
Very big.
Thank you for the follow, Scott.
It's me one arm strong enough.
More like boulders.
Yeah,
I probably can't
rocks.
do much.
yeah, probably
One
not.
arm.
All right, Irda.
Sorry,
He's
sorry,
on the
sorry.
ground.
You're in mid-flight. You've got to
Speed
make
on
up your
him.
mind.
Like,
The dead one. Or the.
trying not to die.
He's not dead yet. He's stuck.
Irda and Barl break
What?
bows.
He's not dead yet.
This
He's
powerful
stuck,
stone giant necromancer high above where below the party fights
I need the wizard
the
spell list.
remaining stone giant.
Wizard spell
Yes, I
list?
need because I have spell kenning and I can pull from the wizard spell list. I have a spell in mind, but I can't remember what level it is.
Would you like
Do
to
they
look
have
for
eyeballs or
all
is
of them?
everything stone?
Hold on.
Maybe 4?
I mean, it's stone.
Can you cast
It's all
I
stone.
can cast 3 and below.
see how
I want-
high are
I
they
want a
now?
specific-
Have they
They're
continued to
still-
climb, or
no,
they're
I
still?
don't think they have. I think they've
I'll just
stayed at that sort of 120-foot mark.
First the wind spells.
Dispel magic
All
is
right,
a third
I'm going to give you a
level
countdown. 5,
Yep.
4.
I'm gonna cast a spell magic on him.
Okay, this is a third attempt to dispel magic.
And
Bards.
Ooh, yes, I'm gonna use my spell kenning and cast dispel magic.
So, what is your caster level?
Hold on one second.
8, right, for Bard?
Yeah, yes, I'm level 8 bard.
So you add a DC 18.
Congrats on the new badge. J. Birchfield 3. All right, so I'm going to use one of my final 2 remaining advantages.
I'll do the thing to
Okay.
roll
So you
one
need to roll
die.
a 10 or better.
Yeah.
I believe in you.
Spell kenning.
The lady who's had the hot dice today. Let's see.
Right there at the top. It's right there at the top.
Thank you.
It was like it wanted you to cast it.
Sometimes I just pick random things
One
because I
dice.
can't find it fast enough. All right, one die.
Penhead, the DM has one advantage remaining, although I do have two very special gifts that I got earlier. I believe it was Longshot gave me a 1500, if I remember that right.
Help the-
And Pat draws, or somebody, I'll look it up.
Pat gave the party one.
Hang on,
an
so
additional one as well.
let me see here. I'll find it. Yeah, Pat draws gave the party one before right after Proto would given one. 40
Right.
man had given me the 1500,
1500, yeah.
which is not. I could use that for advantages, or I could use it
So
for other
10
more
or better
cool
is
stuff.
what you said?
And then, it was Jay Birchfield 3 that had given me the other one. That's right. So I still have
Well, the
those.
1500 from 40 man was 15 advantages that you got.
Did he say that?
Yes,
He said
Oh, he said that? Oh, well then DM has 16 more advantages.
Whatever.
You got this. Do it. Come
Ten or
on.
better, come on.
Come on, come on.
Spelled! 13 on the die!
And the DC was 18.
Oh, beast!
You see, Barrel goes tumbling end over end over end.
Yes.
How high upward, you guys?
120 feet. You
Get a
look
whistling
up,
sound?
you see this huge form come careening down from the sky. You suddenly realize it would be prudent to scatter
Take
out of the way. As he comes careening down, and we're going to stop there, and I'll tell you what happens next week.
Good job! Give me that! After 3 failed attempts.
All right, well, look, so this is a long combat, but, again, you're fighting some pretty tough creatures here, and great support from our viewers tonight. Viewers type !! giveaway, and the giveaway will happen here in just a moment. Also, we do something here at Blue Box, which is our MVP of the stream. So each of the players will go through and they will tell you why they should be stream MVP. You'll be able to vote on that here in just a second. And then don't leave us. If you've got a couple more minutes, we're going to give you a chance to tell us what your favorite moment in the campaign has been. If you've only been here for today, you could say your favorite moment from today. If you've been here for a month, you could pop that in the chat. And the question came up to me also, what my favorite moment in this campaign has been. And I'm going to think about that as we get ready for the giveaway. So the giveaway will be a. Can you grab one of the Blue Box hoodies so I can show it? A Blue Box hoodie. If you already have a hoodie, we'll give you one of our other amazing items. I've got mugs. I've got a Mako's Revenge flasks. I've got shirts. We got all kinds of cool stuff. But these are awesome. They're black. And the Blue Box logo is in silver.
Or white. Sometimes it's white, sometimes it's silver. Depends on what mood I'm in.
I like
have
the
the
silver.
silver one. I like
Let me go to the battle
Some
cam here
people have
so you
white,
guys can
some
see what
people
I'm
have
pointing this
silver.
at. This very cool Blue Box logo, silver right against the black. It's a hoodie. It's comfortable. It is great for winter. Thank you so much. All right. Let's talk about why you should be Stream MVP. When each of them are done, you'll be able to vote. Your vote gives them 1,000 experience points, so it matters to these players who is selected as Stream MVP. You cannot vote until each of the 4 of them have made their case. So we're going to start with Cade today. Why should you be Stream MVP?
Huzzah! Well, I should be Stream MVP because I'm your favorite pirate. That's why. Well, let's see. Where did we start? Oh, dear. Well, maybe I did get a little afraid. But, I came back. Oh, wait. Didn't I do something with those fat, foul things?
The hags?
The hags, yes. I helped down them. And then they were ugly wenches. And then we went into the room with the giants. Yes, I did get scared, but don't hold that against me. And then I came in. I released my fear. Miram came back, then I lost Miram. Then I released my fear, took me cape, because I only have one arm. Only so much I can do. and wrapped the cape around the one giant and felled him.
Which is more than just a random thing like telling me that you want your natural 20 save to reverberate or rebound the lightning bolt back at the creature.
Yeah.
That's actually a feat that swashbucklers have rather, and Cade took that feat sometime back. So that is a legitimate use of that feat. Well done. And so we're going to say the first of the 4 potential winners. We do the giveaway by D20 here. So if you're a sub, you have advantage, or you get 2 d20s rolled for you. If you're just a follower, you get 1 d20 rolled for you. And Cade, you will be rolling for Antiquitous 2004. You must be present to be in the giveaway. So
Just say
Antiquitous,
hi.
if you could give us a chat and just say hi and let us know you're in. And now, Eamon, why should you be Stream MVP? Antiquitous is here. Nice.
So, like in all honesty, I shouldn't be Stream MVP because there's one person here that should be Stream MVP.
Such a compelling case.
I killed a hag with shocking grasp. That's about what I did.
Jordan.
Kill the pole.
Hey, kill the
Jordan,
pole.
the pole shouldn't be up yet. We don't do it until everybody's done. Can you kill the pole, please? Thank you for the help, but we pop it up
Don't
at
vote yet.
when everybody's done. So please don't vote yet. So go ahead, continue.
And I mean, he's at least tried to logically use his spells here. I mean, they haven't been much of effect, but he's tried.
Yeah, okay.
He's tried. He's done his
Fair
darndest.
enough. Fair enough. Okay, so you will be rolling for, and let me see here. It is going to be Appalachian Gunslinger.
I like that name.
I love that name, and I think he followed or subbed just a bit ago. Gave a disadvantage somewhere and all kinds of fun stuff. So where is that? I know he did. I can't find it on the chat now. Where is it? Where is it? Where is
I think it was a little ways
Was
up.
it further than I thought? I thought it was more recent. All right, let me get back up there.
Yes, sir, here.
Appalachian is here. Outstanding.
And
you
he
are
has a
in
sub?
the giveaway.
And
you're going to have
okay, nice.
Eamon or Chris Carson rolling for you. By the way, again, just Wiley Hobbit, thank you for the raid. And how cool to have Troll Lord Games following us. That's really a neat thing. And if Troll Lord is still on, I've got a little announcement I want to make about something we're going to do. So Appalachian gave us the follow today. That is awesome. Thank you. So he gets 1 d20, or she gets 1 d20, whatever. They are a follower, not a sub. All right. Alcott, why should you be Stream MVP?
Well, when it came to the hag fight, magic missile and attempting to defuse the situation to no effect, but, at least tried diplomacy. Moving into the giant fight, despite being so very afraid at the start, saved Erda from an immense amount more damage that she could have taken by dispelling the first fly, saving a full round of movement for her to get away.
Right, exactly.
Could have been much worse, and she might not have been able to cast that final dispel magic on him coming down. And plus, helping out, dealing damage anywhere that I can. Plus, you learned a little bit about some fun magic stuff with the sword on his back.
Yeah, that was very cool. The bonded item, excellent use of counterspell. So well done and good roleplay. You will be rolling for on the giveaway. Ancient Gamer! Canadian Ancient Gamer! Congrats, Patrick! You're in the giveaway. And you will have Alcott, also known as Thomas.
It wasn't Alcott that
It wasn't
did that.
Alcott, but I like
they all
the
think you did
accusation.
And
You better learn how to turn the water into rum.
Yeah, it still remains a mystery how Cade's rum was turned into water.
I did try and detect how it happened last session, but
All right, Irda, why should you be Stream MVP?
Well, let's see. I beheaded one of the hags.
Ixon
And
did it.
in most spectacular fashion. And then, as the boulder was coming flying into the room, I rescued Shalelu and immediately healed Cade as he took the blow from the boulder as soon as I made sure Shalelu was fine. And of course, seeing Cade scrabble for his rum flask, the RP that Irda is just like, of course. And then when in the room with the giants, being the kind of the shield in front of Alcott as they made their way into the room, knowing that there was likely very powerful danger ahead, and then going into fight the giants, knowing that to keep them distracted, to keep them from possibly throwing another boulder down the hallway as her friends fled, and managing to get 3 crits against the smaller of the 2 giants, and dispelling the fly on Barl.
Yeah, it was, and also just the role play. By the way, just go ahead and vote. It's almost done. And the main reason we delay the vote is so that everybody has a chance to go, but clearly it's a runaway today, and the person who was disadvantaged was the person who went last anyway, so I don't see any harm or foul in that. And so go ahead and cast your vote for who you think should be Stream MVP. You have just a few seconds left.
I feel honored that I even have 2 votes. Operation Save the Rum!
You, for the giveaway, will be rolling for Phantom! Robert! Congratulations!
Phantom.
Robert, are you still with us? He is most definitely a sub.
Hello.
I didn't write it down.
It's the best.
It's doing that thing where it doesn't show
Whole
me
ended.
that on here, but...
Was it Antiquitous?
And we have what I think is the biggest runaway vote we have ever had on Blue Box. 19 for Irda. The next closest was 5, and I think we had a little bit of voter suppression because we told you guys not to vote because the poll went up early, but I think it all worked out just fine anyway. And yes, what would be a better thing to talk about this week than voter suppression? Okay. So now it's time for our giveaway, and then don't leave us right after because I do want to hear just a couple of your favorite moments, and I'll share with you one of mine as soon as I think of what it is. All right, so D20s all around. First of all, Cade, you are rolling for Antiquitous 2004, and that is a sub.
I'm gonna use
so you roll 2 D20s.
Alright, I'm rolling the die that got me my crit.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my 2 ones that were helping me today.
16. Not bad.
Not bad, yeah.
16, that's solid. That's very solid. No, that's right. There is a little bit of a lag. That's typical with Twitch. It varies.
Especially on mobile devices, it's a larger lag than it
mobiles
is
will
on
lag more.
computer.
But I don't think we gave a proper round of applause. Congratulations to Irda on a
Thank you,
MVP.
Well fought.
And before we go on to our second roll, we have Antiquitous sitting with a 16, very strong roll. We at Blue Box here, if you like what you saw today, if you like old school gaming, if you like these role players, the sets, the music, I like the fact that you could have long combat like this, but it's full of role play. Yeah. It's full of it doesn't just turn into a stat slog, which I can't. It's just not my style. I love the way this group and our players really invest role play in it. So if you like what you've seen here today and you haven't given us a follow, or if you're a follower and you haven't given us a sub, we have one question for you.
Oh, no.
What are you doing? Give us a follow. Give us a sub.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Oh, there you go, Alan. All right, let's go to Chris.
Appalachian
Gunslinger. What a great
And he is a
username.
sub.
Yes.
Yes, he is a sub.
Okay. All right.
I think all of ours are subs today.
Nope, that's a 13.
Okay, Antiquitous still in the lead.
Antiquitous.
All right, now Alcott, you are rolling for
Canadian Ancient Gamer.
okay, a sub of subs, a
Yes,
giver
exactly.
of subs.
5.
Thank you,
We're
Antiquitous.
My dice are not on my side today.
Antiquitous. All right, now,
All right.
but now we're gonna see
That's a big roller.
if these
Uh-oh, the
D20s
big
are
roller
still
today.
consistent. So she's rolling for
gonna be double credits.
Phantom and Jay.
Phantom Robert,
Yes.
huge supporter of
She
the
has
show,
the Vegas
longtime fan.
dice.
Yeah.
Come on. Vegas,
And the
baby.
roll is
13.
Antiquitous! Antiquitous 2004, you out of there! So, Antiquitous, all I need is for you to go into our Discord. If you're not already, we're going to
will
pop the
add the
Discord
Discord
creds in
creds.
right now. By the way, you need to be in the Discord. This week especially, such great role play happens between sessions, especially around our Tuesday night session, which is our Greyhawk Awakening. We play same style of D&D, but also very different because all the players are remote from all over the country, and that's a Greyhawk
other
campaign.
countries.
And other, well, the viewers, not the player, right? Do we have a...
Vivia's from Canada.
Vivia's from Canada, that's right.
She is our Canadian.
Thank you for the sub. So you have Tuesday nights at 5 o'clock Central Time. That is our Greyhawk Awakening campaign. It is a fantastic stream, such great players, such great fun, and you're definitely gonna want to check that out.
Yeah.
Then we have our Lore Masters Arcanum, which is a quick 1 hour DM chat and sort of player fireside chat tips on Wednesday nights at 6. Okay, so Antiquitas, you just need to get in there and follow. Oh, that was a gift sub from Canadian. Thank you, sir. So Antiquitas, get in there and join up in our Discord. Send me a DM with your shirt size that you'd like for the hoodie, and then all your mailing information, and we're going to get that to you this week. We'll mail it out. It'll get to you obviously next week. All right. So with all of that covered, first of all, we gave a hand to Irda. We congratulated the players. But holy smokes, viewers, the Mad Chatters, I think they love their new logo, their new token, emote that they had inside the chat. They were mad today. Not one, but two hype trains. So much positive impact on the game. So all the players, let's give our viewers, the Mad Chatters, a round of applause. Thank you so much. You guys are all awesome. All right. Would anybody like to pop some of your favorite campaign moments into the chat? And we're just going to take maybe 3 to 5 minutes. We won't take a lot of time on this, but just a fun way to kind of conclude the day today. And while I'm waiting for that, you guys can offer up any other moments that you would like to as well. I'm going to probably say... Let me think. I mean, just some highlights for me. I really like the combat with Zanisha atop the clock tower. You know, even some of the madness that Ixen brought. You know, putting the mask on Solomon. There was this mask. He had no idea what it did, and he thrust it on another party member, and it turned him to stone. That was kind of fun, and then you rolled Zanisha's body off the top of the clock tower. That was great.
I did.
I did love the moment when Cade received his ship, and just a lot of that, sort of the emotion around that, and frankly, the way that story unfolded. Because if you're new to this campaign, Captain Cade Cardinal introduced himself as a captain in session 1. Problem was, he'd never been a captain. He was just an average crewman who would actually, in a moment of fear and being attacked, he abandoned ship, fled his captain, betrayed his crew, but then landed ashore and just started calling himself Captain Cade. Solomon the Cavalier was always very suspicious of this, and it created some great moments of roleplay, but ultimately it did culminate in a series of good deeds and kindness that Cade had showed to one Ameko, who he had a huge financial impact on her, and she wound up giving him his ship, Ameko's Revenge. Of course, yes, we've talked about the Darkweed incident. That will go down in infamy. I do love Ixen's ill-timed flight at night and getting himself into trouble and winding up trying to bathe himself in horse urine to get the smell off of him. It just so just a lot of fun moments like that in the campaign. All right, do we have any? So you popped in the middle of the hag fight. Your favorite 2 moments are the aerial battle with the giant and Shalalu's arrow to the nostril. Oh yeah, that was really cool.
Really nasty.
Yeah, that was a good. That's kind of the fun effects of these deadly crits. Since we have so many people that are new to the channel.
Someone liked Cade's rum rage crossing the bridge. That was fun.
That was a lot of fun.
Rum of rage.
Rum rage. I think I might even do a Lore Masters Arcanum again, just because we did one of these, but just a deeper level into game balance around crits and fumbles and how you use things, whether it's hero points or advantage or fate chips. And there's a very specific ecosystem that I've developed over the years, and the reason that you can have such devastating crit tables, they're still slightly slanted toward the players. And the reason they're slightly slanted toward the players is what? Fate chips. See, monsters don't get fate chips. So they can use advantages and they may get things from the viewers just like you might. But as you have heroic moments, as you have critical things that are done in the campaign, you can receive a fate chip. And a fate chip can be used to circumvent or counteract the effects of a nasty crit. So this is a good time to announce that Irda has received a minor fate chip today. These fate chips are given out by DM discretion, and they're done for one of two reasons: either extraordinary roleplay or extraordinary combat feats. So you look at like what Cade did, that was pretty cool. That might be on the level of it, no, didn't really get there. But if you look at what Irda had happen today, 3 criticals, solo combat, abandoned by the rest of her party, all under the influence of a fear spell, standing toe-to-toe, great roleplay mixed in there. Then this aerial battle, that is just the kind of epic moment that creates a fate chip. So now, if she gets hit with a nat 20 confirmed on the confirmation and a horrible percent, she can give me that look and go, I use my minor fate chip. And she can circumvent that. So that's how I still create the danger, but there is a slight sort of play toward the player surviving, because frankly, death is part of it. I don't really like killing PCs most of the time. Only time I like it is when they've been really dumb. Like when they do dumb things, I don't mind killing at all.
Ooh,
but
like when Tyranno got killed by a bear.
That would be a perfect example. That would be. But death has to be part of it to be fun and to keep the players on the edge of their seat. And death will happen in campaigns. But you really do want to develop attachments to the PCs, and not just you as viewers and fans, but the players and amongst each other. And you don't want just this constant churn of new PCs. That's not fun either. So that's how this system is sort of balanced. All right, I don't know why I went off on that. That wasn't really the question, but I think it was because of the arrow through the nose. It got me on crits. All right, any other points? Rum Rager, I talked to Soup Down Eagle. Yeah, well, Penhead, thank you so much, man. You've been really active in the 2 to 3 weeks that you've been here. We appreciate all of our new viewers and all of our old viewers. Yeah, Tim's critical chart. Everyone here has a piece of Solomon. His skull went everywhere. Oh, that was macabre. Yeah. Hey, so I've got some ideas. Last thing I'll say, unless any of the players, you have any other moments or other comments you want to make? Make sure you guys over.
I mean, if I survive this might be my favorite combat.
It should be.
Yeah, at UFL. There are 2. They're minor fate chips. That's pretty much the only kind that ever go out. I do have this mythical creature called the major fate chip, which can sort of bend fate in other ways. I think I've given out across all my campaigns 2 of those.
One
in this one, and then one.
Hologram.
One in. Hologram has one in the Middle Earth campaign.
That's right, and I had one with my family. Okay, so that's Cade's got to go. We're going to close off. Cade, thank you so much. I've only given away 2 of those across all my campaigns in the last 12 years. So, but they can happen for something. All right. So before we raid, let's figure out how we want to raid. I want to mention one other thing. On Lore Masters Arcanum this week, if you're in our Discord, pop into the Lore Masters channel and give us some topics that you would like to see me address on Wednesday night. So this Wednesday, I think it's also Vivi's long week, if I remember right. So Evelyn joins me on LMA, and every other week Vivi is joining me as well. And you can let us know. Yeah, Ancient Gamer, I'd be happy to talk to you about those. That'd be a fun topic for us. All right, we're going to raid. We've done Not Great RPG a couple times recently. Let's go ahead and do Dragons in the Dining Room. They're a fun group. And they're really active. They've got a Greyhawk thing that they're running as well. So you can check them out. Can you shout out a DM friend of mine? Yeah, absolutely, you can, 40 Man. Go ahead. Too bad they're not going live now. If they were going live now, I'd go ahead and raid them. But obviously we got to raid now. Yeah, Dragons, they are good folks. They're good, just strong, friendly D&D players.
Oh, I just saw.
Oh, Captain Robert. Yeah, I know Captain Robert. Man, he's got a huge following and a huge channel. And I would like it at some point if we could sync up our times. I'd be happy to raid into him, and obviously he would have more value in that proposition because he's got a really big following. But he's always welcome to raid into us. But yeah, Captain Robert, that's one of the biggest streams on Twitch for D&D.
Oh yeah.
He's top 3, I think, or top 5, depending on where you look. At growth has been really strong, and so that's a good one to check out. All right, thank you so much, everybody. We appreciate it, and we are going to raid Dragons in the Dining Room in 10 seconds. Thank you for the follows. We just got 2 new ones, Mixmaster Nut and Hutchback. Thank you for the follows, and I'm glad you like the effects, Mixmaster. I've talked about those on one of my LMAs too, so if you go back into our YouTube channel, you can see all of our previous episodes, including the Lore Master, and I cover some of the tech, the audio, the video, the PC, the other sort of accoutrement that I have around tech for streaming, and I'm always happy to answer questions. All right, everybody have a great night, and we'll see you Tuesday night raiding Dragons in the Dining Room with 43 viewers. They're going to love that.
Oh,
What a session.
yeah.